Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Benji Finsky alongside my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, and our producer, engineer, Erwin Perez, and we welcome you to beautiful Burl Fowler Stadium in Richardson Field, where tonight Monett plays host to the East Newton Patriots in Big 8 Conference action. Monett, under the guidance of second-year head coach Ben Mock, enters tonight's game 3-2 on the season following last week's 50-40 victory at McDonald County. The Cubs, looking for their fourth win in 5 weeks, can get to 2 games over 500 for the first time since the end of the 2019 season. That season, the Cubs finished with an 8-3 mark. East Newton, with Coach Tom Ellis at the helm, has an 0-5 record on the season, and they are 0-4 in Big 8 play. The Patriots average 12.2 points per game and give up 34.6 per contest. By comparison, the Cubs average 53.2 points a game and give up 37.4 per contest. 1 year ago, the Cubs defeated the Patriots 44-26 down in Granby, while East Newton was victorious in 2023 right here at Burl Fowler. Let's welcome Ryan into the pregame show. Ryan, I have 2 questions for you, man. How big was the win last week against the Mustangs, and how important is it for the Cubs to get one tonight?
Last week was important and big for the Cubs because you played another team that everyone said you matched up pretty equal with, another team in your district, in your conference where you were right there with the rankings. You come away with the win by 2 possessions. It's big for confidence reasons and also just kind of knowing, okay, now we're going to start to pass them in conference standings. Mack County still has to play Seneca. You think the Indians would win that game, so that bumps you over them, breaks your tiebreaker that you have in standings, even though the Cubs have the head-to-head. So that gives you confidence. And then tonight's important, one, to keep doing what you're doing, but also just for momentum. You win on homecoming. You feel good. When you play with confidence, you play better, and you're going to need that as you go forward this year when you get later in your schedule. Next week, you got to make the trip over to Barton County and face Lamar Tigers, whose confidence might be kind of rearing right now. So if you come in that game feeling really high, expecting to win, you catch them not so sure about themselves, that can completely change your season's outlook compared to when you started week 1.
You know, we talk about momentum during a game, but there's momentum during a season as well.
You have confidence and a different level of swagger when you're at practice too, when the year is going good compared to coming off a loss or when vibes aren't too good if you're coming off multiple.
The difference between winning and losing comes down to a few things, and as we discuss this, let me remind everyone that tonight's keys to victory are brought to you by Buchanan Funeral Home in Monett. Serving Monett and the surrounding area since 1950, they are honored to be part of the rich history of the local community. So, Ryan, East Newton obviously is hungry for a win. They've just not been able to get over the hump this year. So what do the Cubs need to do tonight to keep it that way?
Stop the run. East Newton, where their success is going to be, is controlling the clock and be able to run the football. They're not going to have the numbers to line up with the Cubs and continue to go fast series after series. Their guys are going to be playing both ways. The Cubs guys aren't. That's kind of the theme in the Big 8 this year, but it's even more true for the East Newton Patriots. The key guys have to go both ways. So for the Cubs, it's wearing them out and honestly just playing your brand of football. Play to the style you want. Play fast. Play physical. Offense, go score quick, get those big plays, wear them out. Defensively, shut down the run, make them have to throw, and if you force quick 3-and-outs, get them off the field fast, your offense back on, that's when you're really going to start to see fatigue and just to start to really add up on the Patriots.
Again, the keys to victory were brought to you by the good folks at Buchanan Funeral Home, who pledge to continue the tradition of trusted performance, providing quality service with compassion and respect. It's Monett and East Newton live from Burl Fowler Stadium in Richardson Field. The Freedom Bank kickoff is 35 minutes away. When we return, Ryan and I will take a look back at last week in the Big 8, and we will also discuss games on the Week 6 schedule. Stay tuned for more of the pregame show brought to you by Rollo Insurance and local agent Scott Thrasher. You're listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL, part of the Talon Sports Network. Now rolls left side, throws deep left side, has a man open out there, and it is caught by Seitz, and Seitz with a big catch. Washik on 4th down, has time, throws over the middle, has a man, and he'll get into the end zone by Home Shield Pest Control. Here's a pass into the end zone that left. Martin takes the snap, looking to throw. Has a man on the slant, first down and more to the Cub 35, to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Turns and hands to his tailback, who is knocked down short of the goal line and then driven back. Comes down to Umfleet at the 27. He's out across the 30 to the 35, to the 40, to midfield, still on his feet, and goes down. Washik back to pass. Will throw short to Umfleet, to the 30, to the 25, and go from the 1. Here comes Smith again, and this time he's into the end. Pass to the near side is caught to the 40, to the 45, down the sideline, out. Takes a low snap. It gets away from him. He's under pressure now, rolls to the right. Down the sideline he goes, and he turns nothing. Line. Washik will throw it near side. Has a man, Meeks, who makes the catch out near midfield. Here's Washik throwing to the near side. That's Umfleet. Umfleet with running room. And Washik will fire over the middle. It's caught. First down and more. Meeks rumbling inside the 20. Down inside. First down, first and goal. Hand off to Smith. Up the middle he goes. Inside the 5, down near the 1.
Line up again.
And it'll be Smith again, and he's into the end zone. 6. 2-point conversion upcoming. Here's Smith, and he is into the end. Martin working on a long count. Gets the snap. Looks left. Now he's going to scramble. He's across the line of scrimmage. Down to the 35, to the 30, and he'll have a first down. Low snap gets away from Martin. He goes back and scoops it up. Now under pressure and will be sacked outside the yard line. Low snap gets away from Martin. Rolls back to midfield. Still on the ground. Scramble for the ball. 10 from the 37. Here's Smith running to the 35, to the 30. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and drives down from the 17-yard line. Swing pass, right side, Umfleet cuts it up to the 15, to the 10, and down near. First and goal from the 5. Hand off to Smith. Zigzags to the right, angles to the cone, touchdown. He needs since 1999. Big return from the Mustangs. This could be a score. Down the left sideline to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown.
Has been all year.
2nd and 10, Washik will throw the slant, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by the Mustangs. The return to the 45, to the 40, and down near the Cub 35 there is. Game show is sponsored by Rollo Insurance agent Scott Thrasher. Rollo Insurance supports their clients by securing reasonable premiums, providing complete guidance on insurance coverages, and protecting treasured assets for life. For more information, contact Scott at 417-772-3100. Tonight's contest on Google Play or on the Apple app is sponsored by Payless Rentals and Sales. With 6 area locations, Payless Rentals and Sales offers flexible payment options and free delivery of furniture, appliances, and electronics. Your Monett Cubs broadcast team is sponsored by A-List Properties. For all your real estate needs, their team will work hard for you and your family. And tonight's pregame scoreboard brought to you by MetaPlans Plus. Serving customers for over 25 years, MetaPlans Plus specializes in Medicare and marketplace health plans. And Ryan, as we take a look at the scoreboard from last week in the Big 8 Conference, Monett with a 10-point victory at McDonald County, Harrisonville traveled to Cassville, and the Wildcats, well, they ran over Harrisonville.
Cassville can be anybody, any given week, any given year. They're one of those teams, even on a down year, you got to show up and play your best ball because they're going to get physical with you. They caught Harrisonville asleep, and they put it on them.
Beat them by 28, 42-14. Aurora traveled to Seneca. It was all Seneca, 57-7. No surprise in that contest. Nevada at East Newton. Nevada beat the Patriots 41-7. And really what was probably the biggest shocker of last week, Lamar went to Mount Vernon. The Mountaineers won it 21-0.
Yeah, so Lamar lost their starting quarterback first quarter of that game and then just couldn't get anything going offensively. Mountaineers win it 21-0. So some question marks for the Tigers this week in terms of if their quarterback's going to be good long term. That's something to keep your eye on. But also, if he's not, as a team and as a coach, you got to be ready for anything and kind of a next man up mentality.
You know, you said something last week. You asked the question, I wonder when the last time Lamar was shut out. Well, I looked it up. The last time Lamar was shut out in a high school game was 9/7/12, September 7th of 2012. So that's 13 years ago. That was the last time they were shut out, and that loss came to the Cassville Wildcats, 31-0. So it's been a long spell between shutouts for the Lamar Tigers.
Yeah, not a good feeling. Definitely something you don't want to repeat this year, and a fan base that holds itself to a higher standard.
This week in the Big Eight, East Newton here at Monett as Monett celebrates homecoming here at Burrow Fowler. Mount Vernon travels to Cassville, a pair of 2 and 3 teams there. Both teams coming off of big wins, Ryan, so that should be a really good game down in southern Berry County.
Yeah, I think Cassville's going to continue to pick up where they left off. I think Mount Vernon, they beat Lamar, a team that didn't have an offense. I think Cassville finally got that spark back that they needed. That's a team that when they play confident football, they can beat anybody. I think they beat the Mountaineers tonight.
McDonald County at Aurora. McDonald County enters with a 3-2 record. Aurora's 2-3. McDonald County looking to bounce back.
I trust the Mustangs to bounce back this week after a loss to the Cubs last week.
Lamar travels to Nevada. 3-2 Lamar against 4-1 Nevada. And the question mark there is the quarterback play. You know, you look at Nevada playing at home has an edge.
Yeah, Lamar with question marks. Nevada, no question marks. I think Nevada wins. I think they win big. I would take that one over 2 scores, probably 3.
And then Seneca travels outside of conference play, and their non-conference game is a doozy. They are hosting Carl Junction.
Yeah, that's not an easy one. You saw a lot of teams in the Big Eight you somewhat have to scramble. They only had 2 years to really prepare for the non-con games. Cubs got Stratford. Seneca gets Carl Junction, Class 4 school that's really good this year, sitting at 4-1. I do like the Indians to get a win over the Bulldogs, and that'll really help their points in Class 3 if they weren't already unreachable.
And, you know, you take a look at Carl Junction. Right now, CJ is the number 1 seed in Class 4 District 6, which is where Monett plays. So Carl Junction's the number 1 seed, followed by West Plains, Logan Rogersville, and then Monett. That victory last week for the Cubs bumped them from number 6 in the district to number 4.
If they can continue to keep winning, they're going to be able to start to battle Logan Rogersville for that 3 slot. Going to be a little hard. Logan Rogersville gets to play some other Class 4 opponents, so they get more points from that than the Cubs do playing in the Big 8. Even though the Cubs' opponents on paper might be harder on the field too, just because the Big 8's a tough conference, just the way the points work with the districts.
And then, as we said, Monett was number 4 coming into this week, followed by Marshfield, McDonald County, and Bolivar. And every team in that district has at least 2 wins on the season, and that district is up for grabs.
Well, you take Bolivar, who was a really good team last year, knocked the Cubs out, sitting as the last seed in it right now. The Liberators going to try to get it going as this year continues.
Again, tonight's area scoreboard brought to you by MetaPlans Plus, serving customers for over 25 years. MetaPlans Plus specializes in Medicare and Marketplace health plans. We'll be back with more of the Rollo Insurance pregame show after this timeout. Pregame show. Rollo Insurance, a partner who you can call on today, tomorrow, and always. The score of any contest generally forgotten over time. However, the behavior of players, coaches, and fans, well, they leave lasting impressions. Be sure to choose good sportsmanship as you cheer on your favorite team. This message was brought to you by Access Family Care, with more than 200 employees serving 7 counties in southwest Missouri. It is homecoming tonight here at Monett. Congratulations to the attendants, Addison Cole, Isabel Coffey, and Gabriela Velasquez, the Queen candidates, Ada Bluel, Rebecca Carlisle, and Valeria Hernandez, the King candidates, Parker Doss, Brady Couture, and Yondel Rueda. Congratulations to all of those folks tonight as they celebrate homecoming here at Burrow Fowler. You remember homecoming. Could be a distraction. Coaches really don't like it. They want their, like we heard Coach say in the coaches show, the player's job tonight is to play good football and to get a win.
Yeah, it's not as fun if you don't win. I've had both sides of those. It's a lot more enjoyable with your guys and all your friends when you go out, you take care of business, you win homecoming, then you can go have more fun after. It's a lot different than if you go out and lose. So take care of business, keep the main thing, keep focus, and it'll make your night much more enjoyable.
And there's a lot of things that go on during the week that include pep rallies. And then, of course, Monett has a traditional parade that took place today, I believe, at 4 o'clock. Monett has early release on Fridays, so it really didn't disrupt a school day per se, but it's still a distraction if you go to the parade and, then come up here to play football.
Yeah, I can remember my coach getting on us my junior before we played East Newton because he walked in the locker room. People were messing around, wrestling around. And, got on about keeping focus. We took care of business that night and had more fun after. But if you come in slacking, it doesn't matter who you play in the Big 8. You're going to end up down really quickly.
Absolutely, because there are good teams throughout this conference. We're going to slip away and hear from more of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Rollo Insurance pregame show after this timeout. .35 there is. Back to pass, throws near side. Pass is caught. The ball comes out, scooped by the Cubs. The Cubs will have the return into McDonald County territory in their first half lead. Washik straight back to pass with plenty of time. Now he'll roll to the right, still looking downfield. He's going to fire it deep down the right side, and it is intercepted. Martin will throw on first down. Slant pass is caught. Lots of running room to the 30, to the 40. Cuts it back. He may go the distance. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Gets the snap, throws it right side Smith. Smith makes one man miss at the 35, still on his feet to the 40. Cuts it back to the 45 and out. Washik will sprint roll to the right. Now he is going to throw it late, and it is out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to the left, now scrambles to the right, cuts it up. He's going to take it himself. He'll have the first down. Out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw slant pattern. It is there. 2-point conversion. Washik will throw the same pass with the same success. The 2-point conversion is a good. We'll go forward here. Martin takes the snap. He's going to roll to the right. Under pressure, and down he goes. As Martin gets the snap, he loses the ball and then dives on it. In the backfield, pregame show, Rollo Insurance, a partner who you can call on today, tomorrow, and always. Stop by and see Scott Thrasher at 1001 East Broadway in Monett. This game also being brought to you in part by Prime Cut with great smoked meats, fresh steaks, and much, much more. Stop by 101 East Cleveland in Monett when you need a single meal or full catering. This game also brought to you in part by Adrenaline Apparel and Design, your one-stop destination for premium, fast, and custom printed products. This game also brought to you in part by Heritage Tractor, with equipment ranging from utility tractors to recreational vehicles. Heritage Tractor, working hard to find the right product for you. And finally, this game brought to you by Clark Mental Health Center. At the Clark Center, they proudly serve the Southwest Missouri region with compassionate behavioral health services. With offices in Berry, Lawrence, and Dade counties, they are close to home, and they are here to support you. Ryan, huge crowd on hand here tonight. I think the community is rallying behind these Cubs.
Yeah, and they stayed pretty faithful even in some down years. And they've really just kind of grown in numbers. It also does help when you have 90 kids on your roster and you get more parents in the stands too. But also just the community loves to come out and support them as well, even when they don't have kids on the team. And it's good to see. And it's fun when you're a player too and you look up and you see a full crowd.
The Monett High School marching band making their way onto the field. We're just minutes away from tonight's national anthem, brought to you by VFW Post 4207 in Monett. Post 4207 reminds us that some gave all and all gave some. No one does more for local veterans than VFW Post 4207. We're going to slip away and hear from some of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Rollo Insurance pregame show after this timeout. at Burl Fowler. Still about 11 and a half minutes from tonight's opening kickoff. A reminder that you're listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. Tonight's field condition and weather report is brought to you by Heritage Tractor, your local John Deere dealer who offers new and used equipment for your backyard, farm, or ranch. Stop by or visit heritagetractor.com. Of course, the Cubs play on AstroTurf here, and the conditions are perfect as we approach kickoff tonight. It is a cloudless sky as Ryan and I looked to the east here. The temperature currently at 78 degrees. The wind out of the southeast at 4 miles per hour, and it feels like 78 degrees. And as we go along tonight, temperatures will drop into the lower 70s. So weather, especially for the fans, just about perfect, Ryan, but still pretty warm for the players.
Yeah, it's still warm. It's a warm October day. You never know what you're going to get in southwest Missouri weather-wise. Wind gusts could be up to 50 miles an hour. Did see that. Somewhat could play a factor if they started going. I don't expect it to be too much of a big deal tonight. It seems to be pretty low, so going to be a fast track for the Cubs, which is exactly what they want. Clear skies, dry field, which means dry football.
Absolutely, and hopefully good football played by both squads here tonight. Again, I marvel at the crowd that has shown up here for homecoming. It's great to see that support for the local team. And the Cubs are generating some momentum, and they're getting things going in the right direction.
It always feels good, too. You have multiple wins starting to stack together now. If you're the Cubs, you come off the big McDonald County win. You're 3-2, chance to go to 4-2. You just can't look ahead. That's the most important thing right now is do not look ahead a week. You can't do that against any opponent in the Big 8. Respect your opponent. Come out, handle business. You got to prepare to a standard, not prepare for an opponent.
And so you're saying avoid the trap game.
Avoid the trap game, exactly. You cannot look ahead. You got to come ready to play, take care of business this week. You got to go 1-0 this week before you go 1-0 next week.
And, you know, if you look at the records and you look at what's happened in the first 5 weeks, you would say Monett is favored.
Yes.
However, it is important for the favorite to get out to a good lead because the longer you let the underdog stay in the game, the harder it is to get them.
And the Eastern Patriots have athletes. They have key playmakers. And the longer you drag this game out and it gets into the deep waters, you allow them to make those winning plays. You allow them, the rest of the team, to start to get belief, more confidence. A confident team is a dangerous team. You never want it to come down to 1 or 2 plays at the end.
You know, their quarterback, Caden Youngblood, he's a good one, a senior, a very good athlete. And a lot of their offense goes through River Enlow, a very talented back.
Yeah, you're going to get a heavy dose of Enlow tonight. He's going to have a lot of carries. The Cubs are going to have to try to shut him down. For the Patriots, if they're going to win, it's going to be getting Enlow going early.
You take a look at Monett on the season. Dylan Washik, their quarterback, 168 for 257, and he has thrown for 1,904 yards on the year, 19 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
Yeah, he's going to be setting some Cub records this year. I mean, you just kind of look at it, who else is going to line up with that and compete with throwing the football the Cubs have had. They've never done that before.
On the ground, the Cubs are led by Antoine Smith, 56 rushes, 384 yards, and 12 scores. And now, all of a sudden, their second leading rusher is Braden Seitz. 13 carries, 157 yards, and 2 scores.
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be Smith and Umfleet, the 1-2 duo in the backfield, but Seitz has really burst on the scene as a do-it-all guy, too.
And then the receiving core, I'm telling you, there are 6 guys that have just done great jobs all season long. Miles Young, 10 catches. You've got Antoine Smith with 23 catches. You have Seitz with 20. You have Nesselrode with 31, and he missed a game. Umfleet with 38, and Meeks with 38. Meeks, 38 catches, 548 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a heck of a year, and he really burst onto the scene quick. And I said week 1 it was going to be who could take the total role that Landon Brandt kind of had as that rangy receiver to go up and get it, and Meeks has done that well.
He really has. On the defensive side, the Cubs are led by Rivera with 47 tackles. Black has 32. Tolles has 32 as well. Reed with 31, Carr with 26, and Anderson with 24. But you want Rivera to be one of your leading tacklers.
Rivera's your anchor. He's kind of the backbone of the defense. He's your middle guy at linebacker, but also tonight's going to be about the defensive line pushing that line of scrimmage backwards, and then your linebackers coming up to make plays. It's going to be about DN sealing the end, forcing the Patriots to get into a place where they don't want to, and that's obvious passing situations.
And then if the Patriots do pass, you look for some pressure on that quarterback. The leading sacks for the Cubs, Tolles has 5.5. And then you take a look, Henry Reed is next up with 1.5, Calhoun with 1.5. So the Cubs, that's one area I'm sure that Coach would like to see the numbers go up.
Yeah, and if they can get the Patriots at pass situations, I bet you do see Cameron Tolles kind of do what they call pin your ears back and go, and he's the more athletic and speedy defensive end pass rusher the Cubs have, so that's why he has more of those sacks. Him and I would like to see Reed and Anderson get involved with that more well if they're able to blitz on passing situations.
So tonight, the Cubs host the Patriots in Big 8 Conference. We are going to slip away and be back with tonight's coin toss and opening kickoff as the Rollo Insurance pregame show rolls on. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to the Rollo Insurance pregame show. Rollo Insurance, a partner who you can call on today, tomorrow, and always. Captains are on the field, and the coin toss will be upcoming. Tonight's coin toss is brought to you by Quick Draw Gun in Monett, where they offer one of the area's largest selections of firearms, ammunition, and accessories. Stop by Quick Draw Gun at 601 South Kyler in Monett, or call them at 417-354-8633. Cubs in their home purple jerseys and white pants. East Newton in their traveling white jerseys with red pants. Cubs and the Patriots just 2 minutes away from the opening kick here tonight. Ryan, should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Beautiful night for football in Southwest Missouri. I mean, what gets better than this? It's the perfect time. It's fall. It's a good time in the country. Gotta love football season. That's my favorite season.
Absolutely.
I don't like what follows. I don't like cold.
Coin toss took place. I believe the Cubs won the toss. And we would assume that they will receive the ball to start the game. Cubs did win. They will receive and defend the north goal.
With it being homecoming, I'm curious to see if Mock tries to take a shot early to get the juice going.
He probably will. I would think he'd try to get things going. A reminder that you've been listening to the Rollo Insurance pregame show. Tonight's kickoff sponsored by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. With branches in 7 locations, Freedom Bank has met a wide variety of your banking needs since 1999. And a reminder, this game brought to you in part by VFW Post 4207 in Monett. Post 4207 reminds us that some gave all, and all gave some. No one does more for local veterans than VFW Post 4207, and we appreciate their sponsorship of the national anthem.
The Cubs have also shown their return reverse. They did that against Aurora twice. You could see that early between Umfleet and Smith.
I know one thing's for certain. Coach is going to want to come out and play fast.
Yeah, he's going to want to come out, play fast, score fast, get his defense on the field, get a stop. Coach Mock's style is pedal to the metal, full throttle, all the way through the fourth quarter.
And this is a team that's hit 50 or more points every week except week 1.
This is a team that you look at Seneca and you look at that being this dominant defense in the Big 8, the way they play, and they have a great defense. I told you, they're very just technical, they're physical, they're exactly textbook what you would want your defense to look like. The Cubs still put up 50 on them.
Yeah, in an outstanding contest. Chu Thang to kick it away for the Patriots. It's a short end-over-end kick that is fielded at the 36, returned to the 40 and out to the 43, and that's where the Cubs will take over 1st and 10.
Michael Diaz, the return man, and the Cubs offense will come on the field, and Dylan Washik will get his first go at it tonight.
We see Nesserode back in the lineup.
He's wearing that knee brace. I believe it's on his left leg. Yeah, it is.
And he's lined up wide to the left. Cubs come out with an empty backfield. Washik takes a snap, quick toss to Umfleet, left side to the 45, spins away from a tackler, and out to about the 49 for a gain of about 6.
Just a quick, easy play to get positive yards on 1st down. Umfleet picks up a good gain.
We'll call it a gain of 5, bringing it up 2nd down. Washik gets the snap, looks to the right, throws to the right, has Meeks with the catch and our first ASI 1st down.
Great throw and catch between Washik and Meeks.
Gain of 8. As we said, the first ASI 1st down of the night. Washik scrambling left, hit, and down he goes, sacked by the interior line of the Patriots.
Alan McFarland with the sack, the senior for the Patriots.
Washik tried to escape to the left. Pressure got to him, bringing up 2nd down and 15. Washik, quick pass left side. That is Nesselrode, and he dives down to the 39 for a gain of 8.
Nesselrode back after a week off. McFarland with the tackle yet again.
3rd down and a long 7 from the 39. Rollout pass is caught by Miles, and he'll have enough for a 1st down.
Miles Young just doing what he does best, running a route, getting himself open, and catching the ball. Bring up 1st down for the Cubs, moves the chains.
Another ASI 1st down for the Monett Cubs. Ball resting at the Patriot 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cubs. 3 receivers split wide left, 2 to the near side. Washik out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops straight back, has time, throws deep over the middle, has a man caught. Seitz with the catch. Touchdown, Monett Cubs.
I guess he got punched out after he broke the plane. Brandon Seitz gets another touchdown to his total this season. And the Cubs start off with a touchdown on their first drive.
31-yard touchdown. And the Cubs strike early at 6-0. And it's a good thing that Seitz broke the plane of the goal line before he had that ball knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, because then it'd be a touchback and the Patriots would have it.
Here's a two-point conversion. A nice catch by Miles Young, and the Cubs are on top 8-0. That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Mastery, and Randall with over 80 years of experience. They will handle your legal matters effectively. The Extra Point, sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control. You'll get quality customer service, affordable prices, and a pest-free guarantee at Home Shield Pest Control. The upcoming kickoff, sponsored by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. With branches in 7 locations, Freedom Bank has met a wide variety of your banking needs since 1999. Well, great start for the Cubs.
Yeah, it was fast, but it wasn't forced. Washik just took the open man, took what the defense gave him, and I believe at least 4 or 5 receivers on that drive touched the ball. I think it was 4, right?
5.
5 receivers on the initial drive touched the ball already.
And Seitz capped it with his his 4th touchdown of the year. Onside kick is recovered by the Cubs.
That was Deshaun Collins with the recovery. He did a great job not touching the ball before it went 10 yards. He got to the spot, and then as soon as it went 10, he went up and got it.
Yeah, he almost like he blocked out and then went up and high-pointed that bounce.
Went for a rebound.
And, pulled it down, and the Cubs, after scoring in their first drive, they're back out on the field again, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Patriot 49-yard line.
That's exactly how the Cubs would want to start this game. Quick score, get the onside kick, back on offense.
Washik will work out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. Takes the snap, looks left, fires left. It's Seitz with a nice catch down to the 30.
Yeah, Seitz brings in a tough catch brought down by River Enlow, but what a job he did to bring that one in.
19-yard reception and another ASI first down. From the 30, here come the Cubs. Washik looks right, throws down the middle, has Young inside the 10 down to the 6.
Miles Young getting another reception for his total. Coy Matheson finally tackles him, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cubs just like that.
From the 6, there's a handoff to Umfleet, angling left, dives into the end zone for the score.
And now Colin Umfleet gets a rushing touchdown added to his total this season, and the Cubs are off and ready to go. They're hot early.
6-yard touchdown run from Umfleet, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. Cubs lead at 14-0 with a 2-point conversion upcoming. Washik sends 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, looking left, throws left, has Nesselrode, 2-point conversion is good. The touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Mastery, and Randall with over 80 years of experience. The team at Randall, Mastery, and Randall will handle your legal matters effectively. The Extra Point, sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control, serving Monett and the surrounding area. Call 417-772-4177 to schedule your next visit. And the Cubs kickoff, sponsored by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. Wow, you talk about rapid action. 9:44 left here in the first, and the Cubs have already scored two times.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Ma could have scripted it any better than that.
And I'm telling you, looking at Washik, he is a confident quarterback.
He's confident, he's collective, he's calm, he's got swagger to him, is what exactly you want in your quarterback in this offense.
Cubs to kick it away. It's another kick. This one's not going to get 10 yards. It's going to go out of bounds at the Cub 46, and that's where the Patriots will have it 1st and 10.
So the Patriots will have great field position for their first drive on offense, but you come out already down 16-0 just like that.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 minutes and what? 2 minutes and 16 seconds?
And now you got most of these guys who have been on defense 2 series. Now they're switching over to offense in a Cubs defense that hasn't touched the field.
Yeah, good point. 1st and 10 for the Patriots once they figure out where to place the ball here. Went out of bounds at about the 47. The officials trying to figure out where to place the ball. I know if it went out of bounds down the field, it would come out to the 35.
Correct.
Here they're going to mark off 5 yards against the Cubs from where the ball went out of bounds. So it will be at the 42, and East Newton will take over. Caden Youngblood is the quarterback. He wears number 11 on his uniform jersey. Tailback to look for is Enlow, and handoff to the tailback. Enlow is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was actually Colton Noon with the ball carrier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
brought down immediately. 44.
44, not 4. 44 with the carry, and he lost 2 yards.
And that's what I want to see from the Cubs defensive line. Move that line of scrimmage backwards.
Second down and 12. Tailback in now is Tristan Noon. And it'll be a jet sweep that'll go to Enlow, and Enlow is stacked up after a short gain.
Aiden Rivera gets his first tackle of the night, brings up a quick third down.
A gain of less than a yard. So we're going to keep it at 3rd and 12. And there is a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 8:45 left here in the first. Monett leads 16-0. Back with more action after this timeout. Monett Sheet Metal, a trusted and respected business that has been providing sales and service for residential and commercial customers since 1935. 3rd down and 12 upcoming for the Patriots. They have it at the Cub 44-yard line. Following the timeout, the Patriots will come out with 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Quarterback Youngblood will work out of the shotgun. Brings Enlow in motion, a low snap that's scooped up by the quarterback. He throws over the middle, and it is knocked down at the last second. The pass is incomplete.
Great defensive play by Case and Carr to break that one up, bring up 4th down for the Patriots. You think this is definitely go-for-it territory.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 12 from the 44. Patriots already down 2 scores. As they will keep the offense on the field, I believe. Checking in for the Patriots is Tristan Noon. Youngblood out of the pistol formation this time. Will roll to the near side. A flag comes out. He throws deep, has a man open, but overshoots his intended receiver. There is a flag on the play thrown by the umpire.
Think this would go on the Patriots?
Well, it was thrown early in the play. It's personal foul, chop block. He didn't signal. I'm assuming it is on the Patriots. I'm assuming the Cubs will decline it, and they'll take over on downs. So that brought to you by Heritage Tractor, with equipment ranging from utility tractors to recreational vehicles. Heritage Tractor, working hard to find the right product for you. Well, you talked about the Cubs getting out to an early lead, get a score, get a 3 and out.
Yeah, they got 2 scores before the 3 and out, though.
Mission accomplished and then some. Cubs have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Washik back to pass. No one open, now still in the pocket, scrambles to the right. He's going to throw it late, and has a man on the near sideline. I believe that's Seitz that made a sliding catch at the 41.
Yeah, Seitz brings it in right on the sideline. Did a great job reeling in. O-line did a good job not holding there as Washik extended the play and bought time.
Another ASI first down for the Monett Cubs. Washik back to pass again. Screen pass is set up, but Meeks unable to gather it in. That's the first incompletion of the night for the Cubs.
Yeah, Meeks is unable to bring it in. You know he's going to want that one back.
Brings up second down and 10 from the 41. 3 Cub receivers to the left, 2 bunched here to the near side. Dillon back to pass, throws over the middle, and Seitz with another great catch down to the 20.
I mean, Seitz has really started to burst on the scene as this year started to get going, and Washik's kind of found a consistent target he can go to with him.
Seitz with 4 catches already for 86 yards. Quick pass comes to Umfleet, to the 20, to the 15, and bumped out of bounds there after a gain of 5.
Caden Youngblood, the tackler.
Umfleet with his second reception tonight. Second down and 5 from the 15. Again, the Cubs with 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Washik hits Meeks on that bubble screen. He's inside the 10 and tripped up at about the 7 after a gain of 8 yards.
Rosieri with the tackle. Almost like Meeks was going to make a cut and score there. Rosieri brings him down.
First and goal from the 7. Washik looking left now to the right. Scrambles up the middle to the 5 and tripped up as he gets to the 3.
Lachlan Letterman, the one to bring him down.
Second and goal from the 3-yard line. Umfleet, the eye back, will get the handoff, running up the middle, leans forward, puts the ball out. Touchdown, Monett Cubs.
Colin Umfleet gets his second rushing touchdown of the game, and the Cubs are rolling.
A 3-yard touchdown, and the Cubs up 22-0. Another quick drive from the Cubs. 7:15 left here in the first, and the Cubs up 22-0. And they will go for 2 with 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Washik looking right. Pump fake, still with it. Avoids pressure. Now a flag comes out. He throws it into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is caught. But I think this one's going to be coming back, Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Cubs, so they're going to have to try that again, but you get more room.
Yeah. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty.
Retry.
I liked how the offensive lineman waved his receivers back because he knew the penalty was on one of either he knew it was on him or one of his buddies. Now let's talk about that offensive line. That's a group that's been getting better and better all season long.
Last year they had their struggle switching from having to go from when they were fully run block a year before to fully pass block the next year, and they've really kind of gelled as a group and done a lot better this season.
2-point conversion upcoming.
I'd look for Meeks here.
Washik gets the snap. Under pressure, and down he goes. The 2-point conversion is no good. 7:15 left here in the first. Monett leads it 22-0. We'll be back with more first quarter action after this timeout. You by Monett Sheet Metal. Their team of experts is dedicated to finding the most cost-effective solutions for your heating and cooling needs. A reminder that all first downs are brought to you by Architectural Systems Incorporated. With locations in Monett, Aurora, and Granby, ASI is expanding. High end-over-end kick that comes down to the 15. Return set up by the Patriots to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. A flag is thrown late in the return. The return ends at the 36, but this may be a holding penalty against the Patriots.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. Hassman with a tackle.
It is a hold, and that penalty brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design, your one-stop destination for premium, fast, and custom printed products, high-quality screen printing, and much, much more, delivered when you need it.
Cubs defense comes back on the field, this time trying to get a stop in opponent territory. I mean, last time they had a start in their own, but give your offense even better field position.
As the Patriots set it up, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Youngblood, the quarterback, will give on a jet sweep, running to the near side to the 30, to the 35, and out to the 37. That'll be a gain of 12 yards.
That was Tucker Anderson with a big tackle.
Patriots pick up their initial first down on the run by Ethan Bales, and Bales comes up gingerly.
Yeah, that would probably hurt.
Yeah, I'd be laying on the ground and not moving at this point. Anderson slammed him to the turf. Hopefully he'll be okay. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from their 38-yard line. Snap back to the quarterback, Youngblood. He throws it right side and overshoots his intended receiver, but a flag comes out, and we may see an interference here.
Yeah, that's going to end up being a pass interference against Josue Elias.
The pass really was not catchable, but it will be a penalty on the Cubs.
Well, I think if it was catchable, I think he would actually been there about the same time as the ball. I think it being high actually helped the Patriots get the call.
It's a 15-yard penalty. That gives McDonald, I almost went back to McDonald County, East Newton their second first down of the drive. They have it in Cubs territory now at the 47. Youngblood back to pass, looking to the right. Flips it to the right side, in low with a catch, but he is knocked down for a loss.
Case and Carr all over him as soon as he caught the ball, timed it just right.
It's going to be a loss back to the Patriot 45, so a loss of 8. And now the Patriots are behind the stick, 2nd down and 18 from their own 45. They come out with 3 receivers wide to the near side, 1 to the right. Single back beside the quarterback, Youngblood. Back to pass, fires over the middle. It's in low with a catch to the Cub 49, a gain of 6.
In low hit between 2 Cubs defenders as soon as he caught it. That was Tucker Anderson there first, and then Aiden Rivera right after.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12. As the clock rolls with 5:40 left here in the first quarter, the Cubs leading the Patriots 22-0. Patriots come out with 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. As Youngblood takes the snap, drops straight back, looks to the left, now scrambles left. He's under pressure, hit, and throws it late and out of bounds. It's incomplete.
He did a good job just getting out of the way. Joshua Hessman was hanging on to him, trying to get the sack. Bring up 4th down.
It appears that the Patriots will keep the offense on the field here on 4th and long. They need to get to the Cub 37. Youngblood looks over the defense. 4 down linemen for the Cubs. He's back to pass. Looking downfield under pressure, now scrambles, has some room to midfield to the Cub 40 and down to the Cub 35, and he'll have enough for a Patriot first down.
Did a great job on the scramble drill there, picks up enough for the first down. The Cubs defenders that were going for the pass rush all got bundled up in the middle Left that outside wide open.
And Youngblood, who needed 12, picked up 14. And the Patriots have their third first down of the drive. 1st and 10 from the Cub 35-yard line. Youngblood brings in low, in motion. He's going to run it himself, but instead a flag is thrown that stops it. The penalty brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. It's going to be encroachment against the Cubs.
Well, that'll give a Patriots 1st and 5.
You know, coming in, Ryan, you talked about the Patriots have some good athletes.
They do.
You know, they're capable of scoring some points. And we've seen their quarterback display some of that talent here in this drive. From the 30, 1st and 5. Youngblood will hand to Enlow, running right to the 30, to the 25, to the 20 with speed to the 15 and down near the 12.
He was finally tripped up by Case and Carr, but a good gain by River Inlow.
Gain of 16 for Enlow. And the Patriots are knocking on the door. They have it at the Cub 14-yard line. Enlow's got some good speed.
He does, and the Patriots offense really moving the ball well on this drive, kind of finding its groove.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Enlow in motion. Youngblood will run it himself as he makes one-man miss and then knocked down at the 11-yard line for a gain of 3 yards.
Sam Carr with the tackle.
Second down and 7 from the 11-yard line. Clock rolls with 4:35 left here in the first quarter. Monett on top 22-0, but the Patriots putting together a very nice drive. Have it in the red zone at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Patriots looking to strike and get themselves on the board here.
Youngblood sends 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's caught. And a good, sure tackle by the Cubs there.
That was Case and Carr yet again coming up to make the play.
Aiden Wolf with the reception. He picks up 3 yards. Wolf, a good tight end for the Patriots. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Obviously, the Patriots in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be 4-down territory. Already down 22-0 as well.
Patriots will feature 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Youngblood gets the snap. He'll hand to his tailback. That's Enlow, and Enlow dives inside the 5 down near the 2-yard line. Should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Patriots will have it 1st and goal now against the Cubs defense. Now as a defensive coordinator is when you want to see your defense kind of dig its heels in and not let anything gain another yard. And it's just big for defensive confidence. You get a goal line stand, you feel like you can stop anybody at that point.
Well, they'll have the opportunity here. It's 1st and goal from the 2. Keep your eyes on Enlow, who lines up in the slot position to the left. Youngblood will instead hand to his tailback. That's Noon that runs it up the middle short of the goal line for a gain of maybe a yard.
2nd and goal. I think if you just would have hit the whole full speed and exploded forward, he would have got enough, but
he didn't even pick up a yard. They spot him at the 2. He did kind of tiptoe his way in the hole that time. 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots with 2 tailbacks that flank the quarterback. Youngblood takes the snap. He gives to Enlow, and Enlow is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, bringing up 3rd down.
Camden Tolles all over him immediately. It's getting a little chippy on the lines, Benji.
This early in the game?
This early in the game.
Well, the Cubs have come up with two very good plays here.
Patriots have had success on 3rd and 4th down so far, though.
They face 3rd and goal from the 2.
I'm giving this to Inlow if I'm the Patriots. He's been their consistent back this year. He is the lone back.
He is beside Youngblood. He gives to Inlow, and Inlow cuts it up the middle, leans forward, and he is not going to get in. Again, no gain on the play.
Cubs defense stands tall on 3rd down, led by Camden Tolles yet again. Bring up 4th and goal. So the Cubs are one play away here if you can get one more stop.
Big play here early for this defense. As the clock rolls with just over a minute left now, a stoppage in action. We'll take one as well. Back after this quick timeout. As station identification, you're listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. A reminder that the first quarter tonight brought to you by Monett Sheet Metal, a trusted and respected business that has been providing sales and service for residential and commercial customers since 1935. Patriots will go for it here on 4th and goal. Youngblood with an empty backfield takes the snap. He's looking to pass, but a flag is thrown.
That could back up the Patriots.
Or is it a timeout on the field? Maybe a timeout. Timeout called by the Cubs, and we will keep it right here. And remind you that Cubs timeouts brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Andy Brandt. Stop by the office to get a free quote. Stand behind Andy Brandt's Shield of Shelter. Well, Patriots came out with a different look there with 4 receivers to the right and an empty backfield.
Yeah, Cubs did not expect that one, which Patriots hadn't shown that all game. And also when you're 4th and goal, you'd be thinking run, unless you're playing the Cubs. Then they probably throw it.
It depends now. It depends, you know.
Last year the Cubs got in trouble when they were at East Newton because they had the ball inside the 5, threw it 4 times in a row, and they didn't get in.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
This
right.
year I would bet money they'd run the ball.
So the Cubs defense back out onto the field, and the Patriots offense joins them. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Cubs lead at 22-0. Here come the Patriots. Youngblood will have a tailback to his left. Takes the snap, back to pass, scrambles to the right, still with it, throws it late, and it is caught by Inlow for the touchdown.
River Inlow gets the Patriots on the board with that touchdown pass from Youngblood.
Two-yard touchdown pass from Youngblood to Inlow. Patriots are on the board with 56 seconds left here in the first. And they will go for 2. 4 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Youngblood takes the snap. Scrambles right again, still with it, cuts it up, looking to run, dives into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. 56 seconds left here in the first. Our score, Monett 22, East Newton 8. Back with more action after this timeout. Credit the Patriots there. A nice drive that did two things. They got points out of it, and they held on to the ball for several minutes.
Yeah, which I told you in pregame they needed to do was control time and run the ball.
Here's a onside kick that is recovered by the Patriots. It bounded off a Cub receiver, and the Patriots will get it right back.
Cubs defense has come right back onto the field, and that's what the Patriots needed right there, was to catch a break.
See, the Cubs scored with 7:15 left in the quarter. Their offense has not been back on the field yet.
First and 10 for the Patriots.
So the Patriots will have it at the Cub 48-yard line. Earlier in the game, the Cubs recovered an onside kick. Patriots got one of their own.
So Patriots have an opportunity to cut even more into this lead.
A different quarterback in the game at this point. As a handoff comes on a jet sweep, and this one's going to get blown up big time.
Aiden Rivera all over it immediately.
That was Bales with the carry.
Boone Johnson at quarterback. He's a freshman.
It's a loss of 10 on the play. Yeah, it's Ethan Bales with the carry.
Second and 20.
Youngblood will coming back in the game now. And he's got a limp to
Yeah,
him.
he's got a hitch, and he's giddy up. And comes in looking at a 2nd and 20 from the 42-yard line. Takes the snap, drops straight back, still with it, fires it late, and undershoots his intended receiver in low. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Cubs defense did a nice job there, pressuring the quarterback. August Black in coverage.
I think the key tonight for the defense, the ends have got to maintain.
You got to keep contained.
Yeah, they've got to keep him in the pocket.
And you saw McDonald County have a lot of success with that last week, was getting outside and letting the quarterback run, and he did phenomenal.
3rd down and 20 from the Patriot 42. East Newton comes out with 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Youngblood will work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops straight back, looking to set up the screen. It's caught, and a gain out to about the 46, a gain of 4.
Aiden Rivera, another tackle to his total.
He stayed at home and did a good job there as Colton Noon made the catch, but it was only a gain of 4, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We'll slip away, be back with second quarter action after this timeout. Brought to you by Wintech. With facilities in Monett and Cassville, Wintech is an employee-owned company that provides standard and custom products to multiple markets within the construction industry. As we enter the second quarter, the Cubs lead at 22-8, and it appears that the Patriots will be kicking the ball away. Youngblood is their punter.
So, yeah, definitely have to keep an eye on him if you're the Cubs. Not only throwing, but also running.
Cubs send just one man deep in punt return formation. Youngblood gets a good snap, He rolls to the right. He is going to throw it, and he has a man, and it's caught, and it's a big gain for the Patriots down to the Cub 25.
Kason Carr finally brings him down, but another big play for the Patriots. They dial up a fake punt.
Kason Carr with the tackle. First down yardage for the
27-yard gain. And a first down for the Patriots. It was a good catch. Then he was able to break a tackle. Tristan Noon with the reception. All the way down to the Cub 26-yard line. Youngblood will run the option now. Pitches it to Noon. And Noon, after a good reception, able to pick up about 3 yards on the carry.
Joshua Hessman, another tackle, bring up second down. Patriots have a big opportunity here.
second down.
Patriots featuring a number of backs tonight. They've had 5 different guys carry the ball tonight and 4 different receivers with a catch. Second down and 7 from the 23. Youngblood now running option to the near side, cuts it up himself, and is dragged down from behind at the 21 after a gain of just 2.
Camden Tolles bringing him down, Youngblood.
It's third down.
Cubs have been winning first and second down. Their problems this evening have been third and fourth.
Yeah, third and fourth down have killed the Cubs tonight. The Patriots have taken advantage of it. Here are the Cubs on third down yet again.
Third down, and we'll call it 5 from the 21. Caden Youngblood, senior quarterback, out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks left. Still with it. Now scrambling up the middle. Breaks a tackle to the 20, 15 to the 10, to the 5. Cuts it into the end zone for the score, but a flag comes down. This one may be coming back.
And he's down. I believe that's Joshua Hessman.
If it stands, it's a 21-yard run, but I think this one's coming back. It's holding against the Patriots. That penalty brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. High-quality screen printing and much more delivered when you need it.
Hopefully he's okay.
There is a stop in action. We'll take a quick break as well. 9:43 left here in the second. Monett leads it 22-8. Back with more of the second quarter after this. Youngblood back to pass, scrambles to the left, throws to the left. The pass caught inside the 25. The receiver down to about the 15 should be enough for a first down.
Tucker Anderson finally brings him down, but a big gain for the Patriots moves the chains.
Rozier, a gain of 17 and a first down. Another third down conversion for the Patriots. They have it first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Cubs have to start coming away with those third and fourth down victories. You got to finish the drives, finish the stops.
Patriots knocking on the door again, looking to cut into the 14-point lead. Youngblood, quick pass to Enlow, Enlow hit and is finally dragged down, or in fact just knocked out of bounds after a gain of about a yard.
Chris Spears hanging on to him.
August Black and Logan Cole with the tackle.
Excuse me, August Black.
Enlow with 4 catches for 1 yard tonight.
They've been making him work for it.
2nd down and 9 from the 14. Clock rolls with 8:30 left here in the second quarter. Patriots come out with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now motion from left to right is Enlow. Youngblood rolls to the left, throws late to the end zone and overshoots his intended receiver, and a flag comes out. There wasn't a whole lot of contact back there, Ryan.
It's going to go against Case and Carr. They're going to say he pushed him in the back as the ball was going through.
Line of scrimmage was the 14. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. Should be down near the 7.
Pass interference, defense. After distance to the goal.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Big play, 2nd down.
Well, Patriots, big opportunity, cutting the lead.
Yeah.
Could make it 22-16 if they get the 2-point conversion.
Youngblood has a pair of backs in the backfield. He'll turn and give to Enlow, who has running room, has a 1st down and more, down to the 1, a gain of 6.
Another great gain by the Patriots.
Tucker Anderson.
Be 1st and goal.
1st down yards for the Patriots.
And just moments ago, the
1st and goal.
Cubs
1 yard.
almost made a great goal line stand. They held for 3 plays and then gave up a 2-yard touchdown pass on 4th down.
I'd go right back to Enlow if I was Patriots.
He will be standing to the left of the quarterback, Youngblood. So keep your eye on him. And there comes Enlow and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, River Enlow from 1 yard out. And the Patriots are all closer. It's 22-14.
Well, now both teams have scored, recovered onside kicks, and scored the same possession.
Yeah. Mirror image of one another here in the first half. Cubs raced to an early 22-0 lead. And now it's interesting. It's 22-14 with the 2-point conversion upcoming. Youngblood brings Enlow in motion. He'll hand to Enlow, and he is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. The conversion is no good. 7:13 left here in the second. Monett leads at 22-14. Back after this timeout.
Cubs 22. East Newton.
If you're interested in becoming an employee owner with a growing and thriving company, visit their website at wintechinc.com, click on the Careers tab, and look for current openings. Well, we talked about momentum, and right now, Ryan, momentum is wearing red and white.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum's completely swung, and it's all Patriots right now. We haven't seen Antoine Smith on offense so far. We have seen him in the return game. Curious to see if the Cubs get him out on the field this series.
Flag thrown here before the kickoff. is underway.
Delay of game, kicking team.
Delay of game on the Patriots. That penalty sponsored by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. So the Patriots will kick off from the 35 instead of the 40.
Delay of game, kicking team.
Adrenaline Apparel and Design, by the way, your one-stop destination for premium, fast, and custom printed products.
Retry the kick.
So the Patriots will kick it away. This a high end-over-end kick that goes over the head of the Cubs receivers, and that's a live ball, fellas. It's picked up at the 2-yard line, returned to the 5, to the 10, and out to about the 14, so the Cubs will set it up there, 1st and 10. That was a big kick from that small kicker.
Yeah, that was a massive switch of the field. After getting backed up, Antoine Smith tried to make something out of it, just couldn't. And it does look like Smith's going to come out on offense this series.
So Fang put his right foot into that one, and he boomed it down inside the 5. And now the Cubs are looking to regain some momentum. Here's a handoff. And he is running tough. Smith running with reckless abandon out to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 22, and now a late flag comes out.
Well, he hadn't got to run the ball all night, and he finally got a chance. We'll see if his run stands.
Well, the flag was thrown after the play came to a halt. It's going to be a personal foul.
Personal foul.
And an ejection against
Williams disqualified.
Against who? Against the Patriots? He never signaled.
I believe it's on the Patriots. That's who they're going to talk to right now.
Well, I'm going to give Mr. Smith a gain of 21 on that one.
Aiden Wolf is the only player to come out for the Patriots, number 10, and that's a key guy for them.
It is. If it is a penalty on the Patriots, it'll be brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design, your one-stop destination for premium, fast, and custom printed products. Yeah, there's an animated conversation taking place on the far sideline between the white hat and Coach Ellis. If it is against the Patriots, the Cubs will have it at midfield because it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be against the Patriots.
We have a personal foul against the defense, and the player has been disqualified.
So the Cubs had it just seconds ago at their own 14. After a gain of 21 and a penalty of 15, they have it at midfield. And I bet they get a dose of Antoine here in this drive.
Yeah, he's got fresh legs.
He lines up behind the quarterback. Washik turns and hands to Smith. Up the middle he goes. Now breaks it to the right. 45-40. Flag comes out here. This one may be coming back, but Smith still on his feet to the 20, to the 15, and down inside the 10. And it's a shame that this one is going to come back. I think we're going to have a holding penalty.
Yeah, and that's not going to be fun for Antoine. You do all that work for it just to come back and have to back up more.
He got knocked out somewhere around the 6 or 7. That would have been a gain of 43, 44 yards. Instead, it's going to bring up 1st and 20.
I marked both players that went out of the game for the Patriots, so we'll see who comes back. Because 2 went out on that last play after the ejection.
And you know what I'm going to say now?
Huh.
Once they start throwing,
They don't stop.
they don't stop.
Holding offense.
Well, where they put it down, they actually penalized them 9 yards. But it's a 10-yard penalty. It's a holding penalty. Washik will throw near side. Pass caught by Nesselrode, who steps out of bounds at about the 48 for a gain of 7.
Yeah, push out of bounds by River Inlow.
Second down and 12 at the 48. Here's a quick pass right side. Caught by Meeks. Meeks into Patriot territory, picks up about 3 yards.
And Wolf's back in the game, and that means Colton Noon, I believe, is the one that got ejected because he's over there sitting down, and I believe they've taken his helmet.
Third down and 9. Here's a handoff to Smith. Cuts to the right. Makes another man miss, and now knocked down after a gain of just a yard.
Virgil Rosiri doing a great job wrapping up Antoine Smith. Now bring up fourth down. Patriots defense, big opportunity now.
Clock rolls with 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Cubs face fourth down and 8 from the Patriot 48-yard line. Smith will line up as the tailback. Washik back to pass. Fires left side. Pass caught. Nessa Road first down and more. Down to the 25-yard line.
Nessa Road getting a nice catch. River Enlow tackle him out of bounds.
Another ASI first down. The 10th of the game for the Cubs. From the 25, handoff to Smith, and he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple.
Lachlan Letterman with the stop.
They'll spot the ball at the 26 and bring up second down and 12. Cubs with 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Smith, the lone tailback. Washik back to pass. Flips it to Nessa Road to the 25 to the 20 and spins his way down to about the 15-yard line, but another flag.
This might be roughing the passer. The ref was taken out too at the end.
Yeah, it is roughing the passer. So a gain of 11 to Nessa Road will stand. The Cubs will end up with a first down. We'll see, they'll add that on to the end of the play. So line of scrimmage was going to be the 15. They'll take it down to about the 7.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
They'll put it at the 8.
Automatic first down.
So the Cubs have first and goal. Washik will turn and hand to Antoine Smith. Running left, leans forward down to the 5 for a gain of 2.
Boone Johnson with the tackle.
Johnson and Cole Moore with the tackle. Second down.
Clock rolls 4:15 left here in the second quarter. Cubs looking to add to a 22-14 lead. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As Washik gets a play call in from the sideline. Back to pass, looks left, fires over the middle, and it's caught by Nessa Road. Touchdown, Cubs.
Carson Nessa Road gets a touchdown in his first week back after an injury.
5-yard score. And the Cubs are back on the board.
Yeah, their first score of the second quarter now.
And they will go for 2. Washik back to pass. Shuttle pass. And the ball is fumbled. And the 2-point conversion is no good. So with 3:54 left here in the second quarter, the Cubs lead at 28-14. We'll keep it right here and remind everyone that Monett touchdowns are brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Mastery, and Randall. Call 417-235-8688 for all your legal and title service needs. Extra Points sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control. Serving Monett and the surrounding area. Call 417-772-4177 to schedule your next visit. And all kickoffs sponsored by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri with branches in 7 locations. They have met a wide variety of your banking needs since 1999. And a reminder that all first downs brought to you by Architectural Systems Incorporated. ASI can turn any concept involving metal into reality. Cubs kick it away. Short kick that is recovered, I believe, by the Monett Cubs. They have recovered at the 35.
And just like that, the Cubs get another kickoff recovery, and the offense will be back on the field.
Now, that wasn't an onside kick. That was kind of a pooch kick.
It was a pooch kick and a race.
Yeah, and it checked up really well. It looked kind of like a pitching wedge coming in there, and it backed up to the Cubs, and as you said, it was a race to the ball, and the Cubs got it. So that's twice tonight where the Cubs have recovered their own kickoff. They have a chance to add to a 2-touchdown lead.
1st and 10 at the Patriots 35-yard line.
Is that Seitz in the backfield?
Yeah, it's Brandon Seitz back there.
We'll see if he gets his first carry of the night. Instead, it's a pass right side to Meeks. Meeks to the 35, to the 30, and then backpedals his way close to a first down.
Alex Meeks, another nice gain after the catch.
We're going to say a gain of about 8. Alex now with 4 catches in the first half. Here's Seitz running left side to the 25 and pounds down to the 20-yard line for a gain of 7.
Seitz did a nice job there, just hitting the hole. And now Antoine Smith will come back into the game.
First and 10 Cubs from the 20.
At the Patriots 20-yard line.
It'll be Smith on first down, cuts it to the right, now back to the left to the 15, and on his feet to about the 14 for a gain of 6.
And a whole militia of Patriots bring him down.
You got it in.
Brody Litchfield with the tackle.
You can also use platoon. Second and 4.
Umfleet now the back.
It'll be Umfleet running right. Still on his feet to the 10, cuts it out to the 5 and into the end zone for the score. 14-yard touchdown run by Umfleet.
So in less than a minute, the Cubs get 2 touchdowns on the board.
Umfleet's carried the ball 3 times tonight. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. He has a trifecta here this evening in the first half. Here's Antoine Smith on the 2-point conversion. He fumbles the ball into the end zone, covered up by the Cubs. The 2-point conversion is good. 3:05 left here in the second. Cubs lead it 36-14 back after this. Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett. Ryan, you talk about the pendulum swinging back and forth, the momentum. Now the Cubs have it.
Yeah, back with the Cubs, and they got to try to come out and get a stop now, though. Neither team has been able to do that effectively so far.
Cubs went out to a 22-0 lead, and before you knew it, the Patriots were within 8, 22-14. Cubs have come back with 2 scores of their own.
The Cubs got to stop that first drive, but ever since then, Patriots have been able to add on 2 scores.
Youngblood looking to throw, fires it to Enlow, who's knocked down after a gain of about 6.
Brought down by August Black.
August Black with the tackle. Second down.
2nd down and 4
2nd and 4.
from the Patriot 36. You know what's been a rarity tonight is an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. It's been high completion rates.
2nd down and 4 for the Patriots from their 36. Youngblood will roll to the left, throws it over the middle, and it's dropped by Wolf. And there is the announcer jinx at work
You've
again.
done that a few weeks in a row now.
Yeah. Third down and 4 upcoming. The clock stopped with 2:13 left here in the first half. A reminder that tonight's second quarter brought to you by Wintech with facilities in Monett and Cassville. Wintech is an employee-owned company that provides standard and custom products to multiple markets within the construction industry. Motion in low. Back to pass Youngblood with time. Throws it deep down the middle, and this one is caught at the Cub 35. Still on his feet to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and down near the 10-yard line. That's Rozier with a big catch.
Reed finally brings him down, but what a gain for the Patriots.
53 yards on the pass and run. Wasn't particularly a beautiful pass by any means. It was underthrown, but the wide receiver Rozier able to come back and get it, and then added on about 20 more yards after the catch.
Yeah, he did a good job when it looked like the Cubs had him. He kind of spun out of it, got more, and now the Patriots are knocking on the door again.
From the 11-yard line. Pass left side, in low, knocked down after a gain of about 4.
Case and Carr all over him.
Case and Carr with the tackle. Second down.
Case and Carr has got to be the leading tackler so far, you would think.
Yeah, he has, you've called his name a number of times here in the first half. Second down and 6 from the 7-yard line. Youngblood in shotgun formation. Back to pass. Looks right. Now scrambles left. Still with it as he retreats. Throws it late, and it is incomplete.
He was being chased by Joshua Hessman. Hessman did a good job, though, not over pursuing that. He stayed outside and then forced the throw away. The sack's good, but if you get beat outside, you've seen what he can do already.
Yep. Now, we saw a quarterback last week that had a lot of speed. Youngblood not as fast, but he's pretty wily back there.
He's an agile
cagey.
guy.
Yeah. The incompletion stops the clock with 49.4 seconds left. Third down and 6. Youngblood rolls to the right. Throws it into the end zone and overshoots Rozier. It's incomplete.
Not able to connect with Rozier and bring up fourth down now. Cubs defense, another chance, another fourth down. At some point, you got to finish these stops.
Patriots want to talk it over. They take a timeout. We'll keep it right here and kind of reset things here. Monett leads at 36-14. Patriots have it 4th and 6 at the Cubs 7. So kind of a big part of the game here. If the Cubs can get a stop, they could go into halftime up at least 22 points.
Yeah, you got to finish the stop first, though. And
you do.
They've struggled to do that since the first drive.
You're right. Now, they did get the Patriots into punt formation. Problem was
they
faked it, converted on a 4th and long.
This is where your playmakers need to make plays on defense if you're the Cubs.
Yeah, the guys up front need to put some pressure on a quarterback, and then your D-backs just got to lock down these receivers.
Everyone's just got to do their job.
And keep an eye on number 4, Mr. Enlow.
He's got 2 touchdowns.
4th and 6.
So here the Patriots come to the line of scrimmage on 4th and 6. Youngblood will roll to the right. Still with it, looking for someone open, fires near side. It's caught, but I think he's going to be short of the first down.
It's going to be Cub ball.
Bales made the catch. He needed 6, and he picked up 5.
Well, Cubs are going to be backed up pretty deep for this drive, but about anywhere on the field is home run territory for them.
Yeah, but you don't want to get a holding penalty in the end zone because that would be a safety.
Yeah, I don't want that. But they are in
Yeah.
empty backfield.
So Washik will retreat into the end zone. He'll throw it to Nesselrode. Nesselrode to the 5, to the 10, and out to about the 14 for a gain of 12.
Lachlan Letterman, another tackle to his name. Cubs will go quick.
Back to pass is Washik. Scrambles to the left. He's going to run it and able to get out of bounds at about the 18 for a gain of 4 yards.
Just 17 seconds remaining on the clock. Cubs have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, you can't take them with you. You know, might as well use them. Washik will work out of an empty backfield. He takes the snap, looks to the right. He throws it right sideline, and Meeks makes the catch, and it'll be a gain of 10 and a first down.
Be 11 and a half seconds remaining. Meeks making that nice catch on the sideline. They're going to need a chunk play.
Another ASI first down, the 15th here in the first half. Yeah, the Cubs with a chance to run maybe 2 plays here. Washik back to pass. He's going to throw over the middle for Seitz, who makes the catch into Patriot territory.
Hit by Enlow as soon as he caught it, but Seitz brings it down, and there will be a timeout for the Cubs with 6.7 remaining.
Okay, you know what I think we're going to see here? Backwards pass to Umfleet and let him uncoil one.
Yeah, I mean, you got no other choice right now.
Wouldn't surprise me.
He could do it. He's got a good arm on him. I don't know how far he can get it, but he could probably get pretty close.
Well, we saw him last year against who? Mount Vernon?
He uncorked one that was about pretty close to that, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you got 6 seconds, 6.7 seconds to be exact. You've got to cover 49 yards. You got to pull something out of the bag of tricks.
Well, I'd have my athletes on the field. Meeks, I guess, would be your home run guy if just you need someone to go up and get a ball.
Boy, but Seitz has had a big game, too, here in the first half. 108 yards of receiving tonight and a touchdown. Patriots will come out with what looks like 3 defensive linemen.
Yeah, they should have at least 3 guys back. Cubs could do a quick one if they wanted to get 2 plays. And then you could really get in Washik's territory.
True.
You could have Seitz just run the seam, hit him fast.
Well, we'll see what they do here. 4 receivers to the right. And now the Cubs are going to be penalized for a delay of game.
Yeah, after a timeout, not good. You don't want that after a timeout.
For the Cubs, their 7th penalty of the half. And you don't need more space here. So the 5 yards doesn't
you want
help.
less.
So from the Cub 46, Washik takes the snap, back to pass. Still with it. He's scrambling to the right. Now scrambling back to the left. Still looking, still looking. Throws it late over the middle, and it's caught.
Hey, it's going to be a hold.
If the play stands, it goes to Umfleet for 7.
He tried to make something happen.
Let's see if they decline this penalty or not. There are 2 flags down. Now I'm going to bring up a name from ancient NFL history here in just a minute.
Oh, boy.
And I'll have you look him up for next week. Pushing it back against the Cubs, and then personal foul roughing the passer. So they negate, and there'll be a one unplayed down now because there was a defensive penalty.
Untimed down, and
Okay, he looked like Fran Tarkington.
I do know who that is. I don't have to look him up.
I think he went to Georgia. I think he originally went to college in Georgia.
Played for the Vikings, right?
He did.
Yeah, see? I know.
Very good. But he did. Or he looked like Archie Manning.
Yeah?
The old man, the grandpa.
The old man, yes.
Yeah.
He could move.
Yeah. Well, here's an untimed down, 1st and 15. Washik with it, standing at his 40. He wants to crank it up. He just can't find anybody open. Still with it. Still with it. Now he uncoils. Down the field he goes, and it is almost caught in the end zone, but it falls incomplete.
There was 2 flags on the play anyway.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Well, he came across the line of scrimmage to throw it. That's one thing he did. So it was the illegal forward pass. Illegal, yeah.
Receiver downfield.
Yeah, and there's the illegal pass. And I think they're just going to decline the penalty.
And that's the half.
And that will
36.
get us to the half. Our score at intermission, the Monett Cubs 36, the East Newton Patriots 14. We'll slip away and hear from some of our outstanding sponsors, and we'll be back with the Remax Monett halftime show after this timeout. Remax Monett halftime show. Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. The same can be said when you buy or sell a home in the Monett area, and the Remax team has that covered. It's time for tonight's prize giveaway. Silver Dollar City, along with the Talent Sports Network and the Children's Smile Center in Aurora, have teamed up to send you on a Silver Dollar City adventure. Thousands of local families covered by Medicaid have been turning to Children's Smile Center for many years to get quality dental care for their children. If your child is covered by Medicaid, contact Children's Smile Center for an appointment. They will treat you like family. So tonight, be the first to call 417-489-2277 and say the halftime score, which is Monett 36, East Newton 14, and you'll receive a one-day pass for two to Silver Dollar City. Good luck to our listeners, and a reminder that if you've won in previous weeks, please do not call back in again. Here at halftime, the Cubs lead it by 22. I'll turn it over to my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, who will take a look at tonight's scoring summary.
Well, it got started pretty quickly in the first quarter. Brandon Seitz would have a 31-yard touchdown catch, and then a two-point conversion made it 8-0 Cubs, and we were off and going. Less than a minute later, Cubs were covering onside kick, and then Colin Umpley would have a 6-yard touchdown run to capitalize the drive, making it 16-0 Cubs. Colin Umpley would score yet again 3 yards out this time, making it 22-0. The Patriots would get on the board with River Inlow. He'd have a 2-yard touchdown catch, making the score 22-8 at the end of the first. In the second quarter, 7:13 mark, the Patriots would strike yet again. River Inlow would have a 1-yard touchdown run, making it 22-14 Cubs. The Cubs would respond with 3:54 remaining in the second quarter as Carson Nesselrode would have a 5-yard touchdown catch, making it 28-14. And then with 3:05 remaining after another onside kick recovery, Colin Umpley would have a 15-yard touchdown run and then a two-point conversion, making your halftime score the Monett Cubs 36, the East Newton Patriots 14.
Lots of action once again here as the Cubs lead at 36-14. We'll be back with more of the Remax Monett halftime show after this timeout. At halftime show, the team at Remax knows the market, area schools, and local communities, both as agents and as neighbors. Reach out to Remax to find the perfect agent to meet your needs. A reminder that you are listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. Congratulations to tonight's winner of our SDC giveaway. It is Talisa Beeson. Thank you, Talisa, for listening in to Monett Cub football, and congratulations on your prize winning. Tonight's halftime scoreboard brought to you by MetaPlans Plus, certified to offer Medicare and Marketplace plans in Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Illinois, and Michigan. I'll turn it over to my partner, Ryan, who will look at first half scores from Southwest Missouri.
We'll start our way outside the Big Eight and then work our way in. We'll start off Marionville leading Pierce City 21-7 in the third. Carthage and Joplin, that's a big game, tied up at 7 at halftime. And then, Benji, I did find out a 2 p.m. kick time for Clever and Buffalo. The final score, Blue Jays 27, Buffalo 12. So Blue Jays, what, 5-1 now?
5-1.
So 5-1 on the year, guaranteed winning record in the regular season now for Clever.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Yep.
They might get a playoff win, guarantee a winning record at the end.
That's right.
So Marshfield at Branson, it's all Pirates, 42-6 over Marshfield. Rogersville up 14-0 over Hillcrest. West Plains at Bolivar, that's a big district game for fans to be watching. Bolivar kind of stuck at the bottom. A win over West Plains would be big for them. The Zizzers lead it 21-12 over Liberators. Mount Vernon at Cassville, that was a big one this week between 2 and 3 teams. The Wildcats lead it 20-6 at halftime. McDonald County at Aurora. The Mustangs trying to bounce back after a loss to the Cubs. It's only a 2-point game. Mustangs lead it 14-12 at halftime. Lamar at Nevada. I was thinking early on it'd be all Nevada. It is currently 13-0 in the third quarter, halfway through it right now. Nevada up 13-0 over Lamar. So Lamar defense standing strong, but offense seemed to not been able to really get going so far. And then Carl Junction at Seneca. So the number one team in Monett's district in Class 4 facing the number one team in Class 3 district. You got the number?
No,
six
like maybe.
I think
it's
it's
probably
6.
District 6.
Number one team in the Big 8 as well. And currently it is 18-0 Indians over the Bulldogs. So a big Class 3 team facing off against a big Class 4 team. And right now that Class 3 team getting the better end of it right now.
Thank you, sir. A lot of interesting scores. And, you know, not my alma mater, but where I worked many, many years down at Clever, they're now 5-1. Who would have thunk that?
Yeah, who would have thunk it? Webb City also up 14-7 over Republic at the half. That's a big one. But, yeah, how about Clever's program really coming to life? When I started with you, you'd say, I hope they get 1 or 2 this year.
Yep.
Now they're guaranteed a winning record.
And I'm so very proud of those kids and glad that they've got things going in the right direction down there. Here, the Cubs have it going in the right direction as they lead at 36-14 at halftime. We'll slip away here from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Remax Monett halftime show after this timeout. come see the team at RE/MAX, located at 855 Highway 60 in Monett. The Monett High School Marching Band performing here at intermission in front of a packed crowd here at Burl Fowler, entertaining the crowd here as the Cubs did in the first 2 quarters. Cubs lead at 36-14. Here's a look at first half stats. First of all, for the visiting East Newton Patriots, they ran the ball 15 times for 51 yards. The Patriots were 12 of 18 passing, so good numbers there from their quarterback Youngblood, 120 yards. So Patriots combined for 171 yards of offense, 9 first downs. They did lose a fumble on a onside kick, so actually, I guess we could call it 2. They had 2 turnovers on onside kicks, and they had 5 penalties for 47 yards. For the Monett Cubs, they ran the ball 12 times for 61 yards, 20 of 22 passing in the first half, and I counted that last play as an incompletion. So 20 of 22 for 254, so the Cubs at 315 of total offense, 16 first downs. They lost a fumble as well on an onside kick, 7 penalties for 57 yards. What sticks out to me is the completion percentage.
Yeah, you'll take that any day from Dylan Washik. Still need to clean up the penalties more, but you like what you see in the first half offensively. Defensively, got some things to clean up, got to finish those stops.
Cubs were led in the first half on the ground by Colin Umfleet, 23 yards and 3 touchdowns, all coming on 3 carries. He had a touchdown run of 6, 3, and 14, and big first half for Colin. Antoine Smith, 28 yards on 5 carries in the first half. Braden Seitz, 1 carry for 7 yards. Washik, as we said, throwing the ball so very well, 20 of 22. His leading receiver was Seitz, 108 yards on 5 catches with 1 score. Nesserode had 67 yards on 6 catches and 1 touchdown. Miles Young, 32 yards on 2 catches. Alex Meeks, 37 yards on 5 catches. And Colin Umfleet, 2 catches for 10 yards. So the Cubs lead at 36-14, and they've outgained the Patriots 315 to 171 in the first half. Now let's turn our attention a little bit to the college game. We'll take a look at how we did last week in our Pick'em contest. My best week in a long time. I was 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you did pretty good. You got a couple on me.
You and Irwin went 6 for 10, which is normally a really good week with the games that we pick. So going into week 6, the old man has regained the lead, 28-27 to 26. So it's anybody's contest.
Yeah, it's staying pretty close this year. I got to get the lead back this week.
Well, we'll see how things go. Not a very good week in college football as far as big time games.
There's some big ones next week.
Well, yeah, next week, and I know which one you're thinking about right now.
I already took off work.
There you go, Oklahoma and Texas. But let's talk week 6. It's Iowa State at Cincinnati. We all went with the Cyclones.
Yeah, I like what Matt Campbell's got going there.
Texas at Florida, we all went with the Longhorns.
I think it'll be close, being in the swamp, and Florida's kind of desperation, but I think Texas pulls it out.
Vanderbilt at Alabama. Irwin went with the Commodores.
I don't think Alabama's going to let that happen again to Vanderbilt, especially at home.
Washington travels to Maryland. You picked the Terps. Irwin and I went with Washington.
Yeah, why not? I like the Terps. Let's go.
And they're playing pretty good football. Miami at Florida State. You went with Florida State. Irwin and I went with the U.
I think they got caught looking ahead last week. I think they're going to really come out with a fire and take it to Miami.
Kansas at Central Florida. I went with Central Florida in that one. You went with the Jayhawks.
Rock chalk.
There you go. No surprise there with that pick. I mean,
my roommates are KU fans. I ride with them.
You got to do it. Texas Tech at Houston. We all went with the Red Raiders in that one, as we did with Baylor hosting Kansas State. Louisville hosting Virginia. Virginia with a huge win, obviously, but traveling to Louisville, we all went with the Cardinals.
I think it'll be a good game, but I think the Cavaliers might have a little bit of that hangover effect after a big win. I think Louisville will get it done.
And then Duke travels all the way across the country to take on California, but we all went with Duke.
Yeah, you know, conference matchup, nothing like the Atlantic Coast Conference playing at Cal Berkeley, right?
Yeah. Takes the snap, drops straight back, has time, throws deep over the middle, has a man caught, Sights with
It's going to be a touchback, and the Patriots would have it.
Here's a two-point conversion, a nice catch by Miles Young.
And touched the ball already.
And Sights capped it with his third, his fourth touchdown. Yeah, imagine that. They did that once upon a time.
The SEC still touches every state. Every state touches another SEC state.
Right.
That's like the only conference that has it right now. Maybe the ACC, I'm not sure.
And you know, there is a way to get that done, but there's something standing in the way.
It's called money.
Yeah, it's called cold, hard cash. So, but college football, you still can't beat it. I'm telling you, next week there are a lot of good games. A lot of good games on the docket going into next week. Here at halftime, the Cubs lead it 36-14. We'll slip away one final time. Remind you that you've been listening to the RE/MAX Monett Halftime Show. Come see the team at RE/MAX, located at 855 Highway 60 in Monett. Back after this timeout. Dillon back to pass, throws over the middle, and Sights with another great catch down. The eye back will get the handoff, running up the middle, leans forward, puts the ball out, 26-yard line. Youngblood, the quarterback, will give on a jet sweep, running to the near side to the 30, to the 35, and out to the 37. That'll be takes the snap, back to pass, scrambles to the right, still with it, throws it late, and it is. Youngblood takes the snap, scrambles right again, still with it, cuts it up, looking to run, dives into the end zone.
Time and run the ball.
Here's a onside kick that is recovered by the Patriots. It bounded off a quarterback in the game at this point. As a handoff comes on a jet sweep, and this one's going to get blown up. Keep your eye on him. And there comes Enlow and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, River Enlow. Gain some momentum. Here's a handoff. And he is running tough. Smith running. Smith will line up as the tailback. Washik back to pass. Fires left side. Pass caught. Nessa Road. First down and more. Down. Gets a play call in from the sideline. Back to pass. Looks left. Fires over the middle. And it's caught by Nessa Road. Touchdown. Cubs kick it away. Short kick that is recovered, I believe, by the Monett Cubs. They have recovered it in the first half. Here's Antoine Smith on the two-point conversion. He fumbles the ball into the end zone, covered up by motion in low. Back to pass Youngblood with time, throws it deep down the middle, and this one is caught at the Cub 35. Still on his feet to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and down near the 10-yard line. Work out of an empty backfield. He takes the snap. Looks to the right, he throws it right sideline, and Meeks makes the catch. Washik back to pass. He's going to throw over the middle for Sights, who makes the catch into Patriot territory.
Hit by
time down, 1st and 15. Washik with it, standing at his 40. He wants to crank it up, he just can't find anybody open. Still with it. Now he uncoils. Down the field he goes, and it is by A-List Properties. For all your real estate needs, their team will work hard for you and your family. The third quarter tonight brought to you by Court Cattle Company, a one-stop shop for all your Hereford, Black Angus, and Charolais genetic needs. Court Cattle Company, located 1/2 mile south of Interstate 44 or 8 miles north of Pierce City on Highway 97. 36-14 our score here at halftime. Both teams have come out and have warmed up, and we're just seconds away from the second half kick. That stop before halftime was really big for the Cubs because East Newton gets the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, it was important to get that one because, I mean, at worst you're looking at 36-22, and then an opportunity for the Patriots to make it a one-score game at that point if they're able to go down the field and score again. But now 36-14. We'll be curious to see if the Cubs go back to the onside kick or they kick it deep. They've had success with the pooch kick as well, so they got options.
They do have options. Both teams are on the field, and we are ready for third quarter action. Cubs up by 22. High end over end kick that drives the Patriot back to the 17, return to the 20, to the 25, and out near the 29-yard line. That was Boone Johnson with a return of about 12 yards.
Yeah, the freshman with the return, and then tackled by Isaiah Dowry.
Now this is where you'll see, that wear and tear start getting onto a team. That third quarter, they got to build themselves back up. We'll see if fatigue sets in for the Patriots here.
Yeah, at least for them, it's midseason, so you've had game conditioning right now as compared to playing the Cubs early in the year is tough when they're fresh, and then you start to cramp. And Nevada did good because they got to the lead, but the rest of the team struggled with that early.
From the 29-yard line, Youngblood will look to throw on first down, hit as he throws, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, good pressure by the Cubs defensive line there, getting right in Youngblood's face. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Remember in the first half, Youngblood kind of had a hitch in his giddy up, and it looks like he's still kind of laboring just a little bit. He's been in every snap, though, except one.
Him and Inlow both have played pretty much every snap of the game.
2nd down and 10 for the Patriots from their 29-yard line. Inlow in motion. Youngblood back to pass. Looks to the right, throws it deep down the middle, and it is incomplete.
Patriots want a flag. They're not going to get it. Case and Carr in coverage.
There was some contact. And to be honest, I think we've seen flags on less.
Yeah, the one on Carr earlier in the game in the end zone.
Nevertheless, it falls incomplete, no flag. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Patriots break huddle, sending 2 receivers now, a 3rd to the right, 1 to the left. Inlow goes in motion. Youngblood with time now scrambles out of the pocket, and he will be close to a first down.
Should have been on the spot. I believe he picked it up.
He needed 10, and he went out of bounds right at the yard marker.
He's still down on the sideline. If he's out, I believe they go back to the freshman, Boone Johnson.
There is a stoppage in action. We're going to keep it right here. Boy, you'd hate to see.
Yeah, that'd be a big loss for the Patriots if he were to go down. I mean, you'd be down to a freshman at quarterback. Not much experience except for that one snap that I know of. I don't know how much he's got to play this year. And that's a tough ask.
It really is. And on that play, Youngblood scrambled out of the pocket to the left sideline, and he was searching for that first down marker, and he got there at the same time 2 Cub defenders got there, and it was a big hit. There wasn't anything illegal about it or malicious in any way. It was just a big hit on the sideline, and he's still down over there on the East Newton side.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good hit, but, I mean, he did a great job accelerating towards the first down line. I thought he picked it up, but still yet to see. Hopefully he's okay. They're still working on him over there.
They are. I believe they have trainers from both sidelines over there working with him. And, you hate to speculate. There's no way we can tell what happened. From our vantage point, you just hope that the kid's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's made a lot of plays for the Patriots, not just tonight, but this year.
Yeah, he's one of their go-to guys. And you've been there. You've been injured before.
Yeah, it's not fun. Cubs have a great athletic trainer, Rob Hazelton. He's over there. He's been here since, well, I believe 2018. He's been with the Cubs. He does a great job.
And there's so many guys like him that work behind the scenes
Yeah.
that people don't know, but they're invaluable.
Oh, yeah, it's having a good one, an athletic trainer is so important to a team because you're going to get dinged up throughout a year. Your team's going to have those nigs and nags. Having someone like that that's able to help you through, it's good. And you're going to have cramps. Having someone that knows what they're doing when they're stretching you out or having to wrap your hands or ankles before a game. It's just stuff that you don't think about, but when you're a player, you need it.
You know, I think back to the days when I coached, and it was a different sport, but we had no trainers. I mean, the coach took care of stuff. Now, I can wrap a mean ankle. I can wrap a good ankle. So if you ever get, hobbled, I can handle it. But I tell you what, there's so much that goes into that. And, my hat's off to the guys that take care of the kids. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout, and we'll bring it back after words from our sponsors. Quarterback Youngblood is able to get up. He remains on the sideline. He was able to pick up the first down, so the Patriots will have it 1st and 10 at their 39 when we resume action. And it does appear that Boone Johnson will come in at quarterback.
1st and 10.
We'll see what he can do for the Patriots. He's able to provide a spark.
Johnson will work out of the shotgun, and he's going to run it himself on 1st down, and he is slung down after a gain of a yard.
Brought down by Tucker Anderson pretty hard.
Anderson's had a couple big hits here in this game.
He's not a gentle tackler, let's just say that. He's relentless.
Good word. Relentless.
There's your vocab word of the week.
Yes, one a week. That's all we can handle. 2nd down and 10. They mark Johnson back at the 39. He'll work out of the shotgun. Brings in low in motion. He'll throw the ball and overshoots his intended receiver. It was Rozier, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, unable to connect with Rozier, and Spears in coverage. Bring up 3rd down now.
Kind of surprised to see the freshman throwing it.
You got to stick to your game plan, though, no matter who's in. You should have that next man up mindset.
You're right. It was a pretty good-looking throw, just a little high. 3rd down and 10. The clock stopped with 10:46 left here in the 3rd quarter.
They don't have his height listed. I'd be curious to know how tall he is. He's noticeably shorter than the rest of his guys.
Right. Only a freshman in there at quarterback. He takes the snap, back to pass. He's going to throw the ball deep left side into double coverage, and it is intercepted.
Kason Carr comes up with an interception. He's having quite the night. A lot of tackles and now add an interception to it. He'll get aware of the turnover chain they got.
You know, on 3rd and long, that serves almost like a punt, too.
Yeah,
so,
it does.
You know, while Johnson threw into double coverage, he did, I guess, in essence, flip the field a little bit. The Cubs will have it at their own 33. And they will come out, the Cubs, with an empty backfield with 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, as Dylan Washik will set up in the shotgun. Takes a low snap. Under pressure, he's hit, and boy, hit hard. Down he goes, as it'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, Washik gets brought down. Bring up 2nd and long.
That's the 2nd sack tonight from the Patriots. And that low snap kind of threw the timing off on that play. Here's on second down a quick pass to Umfleet that falls incomplete.
So now, just like that, it's 3rd and long for the Cubs. Patriots defense has a chance to get themselves off the field.
Yeah, it's 3rd and what we'll say 14.
Boone Johnson also plays defensive back.
Here's a swing pass to Umfleet. He's to the 30, to the 35, and out to the 40, but there is a couple flags. That's going to be a holding penalty on the Cubs, I think.
We await the call.
I think they got sights on the side, and there's another one in the middle of the field as well. It's holding against the Cubs twice.
Not ideal. I'll make it 3rd, even more long.
There are 2 penalties, both by the offense. Holding.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty on the Cubs.
10-yard penalty.
And they'll have it at the 20, and they'll face 3rd down and 23. So we'll see what Coach Mock dials up here on 3rd and long. Washik will work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Throws, seam pass to Seitz, and he makes a beautiful catch, and it'll be enough for a 1st down.
How about that by Seitz? Ran a beautiful route, beat his man, then just went up and got the ball. Moves the chains for the Cubs.
Gain of 30. And another ASI 1st down. ASI with locations in Monett, Aurora, and Granby. They are expanding. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here and remind you that timeout's brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Andy Brandt. Andy will make sure you get the right coverage at the right price. Call or text 417-235-5603 to request a free quote. Again, that's 417-235-5603. Now, that play is new for the Cubs. They have not been hitting that seam pass like this.
Well, they've not had someone like Seitz to run it for him. He's got great speed. He does a beautiful job just getting himself open. Young's great runner's route's kind of a short yardage guy. Seitz is your seam slot guy kind of where he can kind of take off. He's got good wheels, got good speed.
Yeah, and good, he's displayed great hands tonight. He's high-pointed the ball a number of times and made some catches in traffic. And that was well defended by the Patriots, but just better execution from Monett.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good coverage, but it was a beautiful ball, and it was a beautiful catch.
And it gets the Cubs out of a hole. I mean, they were facing 3rd and 23. They pick up 30 on the play.
Now an opportunity to keep going down the field and try to add on to their lead.
And the Cubs come out with an empty backfield, 2 receivers split to the near side, 3 to the right. Washik takes the snap, back to pass, fires deep, right side has a man, Meeks inside the 30, 25, 20, and down to the 10-yard line.
And it's probably going to be a horse collar tackle against the Patriots.
Yeah, that came on the tackle. It's either a face mask or it is a horse collar.
So great job by Alex Meeks.
That's going to be a half the distance to the goal penalty. And that penalty, by the way, brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design, your one-stop destination for premium, fast, and custom printed products. High-quality screen printing and much more, delivered when you need it. So the Cubs have it, 1st and goal at the 5. Washik takes the snap, throws, screen pass, Nesserode, and he'll get into the end zone for the score.
Carson Nesserode gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. Just a simple tunnel screen.
Nesserode now with 72 yards on 7 catches and 2 scores. And the Cub lead grows to 42-14. That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Massery, and Randall. The upcoming extra point sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control. You'll get quality customer service, affordable prices, and a pest-free guarantee at Home Shield Pest Control. Cubs will go for two as Washik empties the backfield. Looking to the end zone, flush from the pocket. Now he's going to run it in for the two-point conversion, but this is going to come back again. This is going to be a holding penalty on the Cubs.
Yeah, it'll bring it back. You don't get to see Nusser or Washik scramble for two-point conversion touchdowns very often, but
no,
that one's going to come back.
No, he's a thrower, not so much a runner. And good choice there, though, as he was able to get it into the end zone. But it comes back, and Cubs will retry outside the 10-yard line now.
Well, we'll see what they dial up now.
Again, an empty backfield for Washik. Dillon takes the snap, back to pass under pressure. He's screened pass to Umfleet, and Umfleet able to get it down to the 5, but far short of the goal line. 9:26 left here in the third. Monett leads at 42-14. Back after this. Located 8 miles north of Pierce City on Highway 97. Be sure to call Kevin Kleinman at 417-850-5676 for information. Onside kick for the Cubs. The ball is scrambled for at the Patriot 45, and I believe East Newton has come up with it.
Yeah, the ball just kind of popped out, or the first two guys tried to jump on it, but the Patriots do recover.
Got a mystery number, number 6.
Yeah, not on the roster.
Nope. Patriots will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 45. Down by 28. Patriots come out with two receivers wide to the left, two to the right. Single back beside Johnson. Takes the snap. He gives to Enlow, running left. He's to the 45, to the 50, and to the Cub 48. That'll be a gain of 7 yards.
Case and Carr with another tackle. He brings down Enlow.
You know, Enlow scored a couple of touchdowns, but the Cubs have kind of held him in check so far.
Yeah, they've made him have to earn everything he's got. They haven't let him get those big explosive plays that he's known to get.
2nd down and 3 from the Cub 48. Boone Johnson, the freshman quarterback, takes the snap, gives to Enlow, running to the right, and he is drugged down short of the 1st down, a gain of only 2.
Camden Tolles able to get his hands on him and bring him down. It's kind of almost a miscue on the handoff. It was bobbled a little bit, but they were able to bring it in.
Yeah, he kind of put it on the hip of the running back. Enlow able to maintain possession, pick up a couple of yards. 3rd down and 1. Clock rolls with 8:10 left here in the 3rd quarter. Cubs on top 42-14. Patriots come out with an extra tight end. Here's a handoff to Enlow, and again a rough exchange, but Enlow able to plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, that'll move the chains for the Patriots. Give them a fresh set of downs.
East Newton now with 11 first downs in the game.
They've moved the ball well, and we just got 2 scores to show for it.
Yeah, their biggest issue is they got down 22 so fast in this game and been trying to come from behind ever since. 1st and 10 from the 42. Johnson will hand to Enlow, and he is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were all over him immediately. I believe that was Camden Tolles flying into the backfield.
Camden Tolles and Joshua Hensman with the tackle.
That was a good push up front by the interior line as they overwhelmed the tailback that time.
Well, if the defensive line, if you can get a great quick push, you can reset the line of scrimmage backwards, and then you make that point of contact earlier for the back.
And sometimes you literally push the offensive lineman into the back, and they get no momentum going whatsoever. Second down, 13. Johnson will give on the jet sweep to Enlow, to the Cub 45 and down near the 40. That'll be a gain of 5 yards.
Logan Cole with the tackle.
Logan Cole with the tackle. Third down.
Patriots limited to what they can do working with their backup quarterback in the game.
Yeah, Youngblood is throwing on the sidelines. We'll see if he tries to give it a go. I don't know if they're going to let him, though.
You know, he had issues in the first half and then got hurt again here in the third quarter, and hopefully he's going to be okay. Third down and 8 from the 40. Johnson will work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself as he gets down to about the Cub 37 for a gain of 3.
Reed with the tackle.
Aiden Rivera and Joshua Hensman with the
You know, you mentioned we don't have heights or weights, but Boone Johnson obviously smaller than a lot of his comrades out there.
That's what it's like being a freshman, though.
But you know what? He sticks his nose in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's not intimidated by the Friday night lights.
That'll be a great experience for him moving forward, too.
Yeah, Youngblood, a senior quarterback.
So, I mean, you got Boone that could take over next year.
Patriots will go for it on 4th and 5. Boone back to pass. Scrambles and fires. Pass complete. First down and more, and this might go the distance to the 10, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. 37 yards. Touchdown for the Patriots as Enlow scores.
Well, Boone Johnson gets his first passing TD of the game now.
Yeah, good pass. Connected with Enlow, and then River did the rest. And the Patriots draw to within 22. It's 42-20.
See what they can do on the two-point conversion now.
Johnson out of the quarterback position. Shotgun, he'll run it and be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. The two-point conversion is no good. 5:14 left here in the third. Monett 42, East Newton 20, back after this timeout. Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. The Patriots to kick it away here. Low line drive kick that skids to the 23, scooped up there, returned to the 25, 30, out to the 35. And now action stopped inside the 35. The Cubs will set it up first down and 10 at the 33.
I believe that's Kyler Rivera with the return for the Cubs.
Well, credit the Patriots for putting together a scoring drive
Yeah,
behind
Boone
their
Johnson.
freshman
He
quarterback.
did a good job. He rolled out, and then he planted his feet, delivered a good ball, and then Enlow did the rest.
Again, a 4th down play. Snap on the ground. Washik in a peck of trouble. Now scrambles away from a tackler and is able to make something out of nothing there as he gets it to the 34-yard line for a gain of 1.
Yeah, lost scrambling for 1 yard there. He could have just picked it up, and once he got outside the pocket, tossed it away.
He's being nimble.
He's trying to get his rushing yards.
Well, tonight now he's at 0 yards. He's been sacked a couple of times, though, and that goes against him. Here's a swing pass to Seitz. He has the 1st down and more. Needed 9, picked up 12.
Lachlan Letterman, another tackle for him. Seitz putting together another good game.
Yeah, one of his better ones, 150 yards. Here's Umfleet on a carry, and Umfleet rumbles to the 40-yard line, a gain of 14.
Brody Litchfield brings down Umfleet, but a big gain for the Cubs yet again, and they're moving.
Another ASI 1st down for the Monett Cubs. From the 40, Washik takes the snap, looks right, throws right, has Miles Young. He moves upfield to about the 32 for a gain of 8.
Yeah, Miles did a good job there, getting himself open, bringing it in, made a move, got a couple more yards after the catch.
2nd and 2, handoff to Umfleet. Umfleet makes one man miss and now spins down to about the 29, a gain of 3 and a 1st down.
Letterman with the tackle. That should have been a penalty on the Patriots for too many men on the field. There was one running off still when the ball was snapped, but did not get seen.
That 1st down brought to you by ASI, Architectural Systems Incorporated, a full-service forming, fabricating, finishing, and engineering company. Washik on 1st down, throws, a lot of contact downfield, and they're not going to throw a flag on that.
Yeah, a lot of contact, like you said, but they're letting them play now. First half, that would have been a flag.
Yes, it would have. 2nd half, guys realize that we're past 9 o'clock. 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Washik now with an empty backfield. Quick pass to Nesselrode. Nesselrode to the 25, down near the 20, and another flag comes out.
That's going to end up being holding probably against Seitz.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Cubs.
Antoine Smith now will come back in the game.
Tell you what, the Cubs play in space so much, and that really puts a lot of pressure on the wide receivers and their blocking.
Stock blocking is not easy as a receiver, especially when you have a guy that can go anywhere on you.
2nd down and long, handoff Smith. Smith to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, still on his feet and spins down to about the 20 for a gain of 14.
Good run by Antoine Smith. Bring up 3rd and short. They line up pistol formation. He'll be the lone back again.
3rd and 1 from the 20. Smith with it, cuts it to the right, to the 15, still on his feet and pounds down to the 10 for a gain of 10.
Smith picks up the 1st down, brought down by a few Patriots.
Another ASI 1st down, and the Cubs have it. 1st and goal from the 10. Here comes Smith. Smith inside the 10 to the 5, churning forward and finally brought down at about the 3-yard line, a gain of 7.
A heavy dose of Antoine the last 3 plays.
Might seem another play or two here as well.
Well, I think he's scored in every game the Cubs have played, and there's a flag.
Another flag. Personal foul against the Cubs. Was it after the play or during the play?
I think it was thrown during.
Yeah, so that's going to cost the Cubs 15 and negate the gain.
Personal foul, offense.
No?
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I guess so.
First down.
From the 20, here's a handoff to Smith. Running left. Stutter steps his way to the 15 and then knocked out of bounds at the 14, a gain of 6.
Letterman bringing down Smith.
Second down.
So now second and goal from the 14. Smith again, this time running right to the 10 and then knocked down at the 9 after a gain of 5.
Letterman again with another tackle for the Patriots. He's been their anchor on defense tonight.
Third and goal. Now from the 8-yard line. As the game clock rolls inside, 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Remember, third quarter brought to you by Court Cattle Company. Washik with Smith behind him. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws in the back of the end zone for Meeks. It falls incomplete.
That'll bring up 4th and goal now for the Cubs. We'll see what Coach Mock draws up. 2:14 remaining in the third.
Clock stopped with 2:14, as you said. 42-20 our score. Cubs on top looking for more, but they face 4th and goal from the 8.
Should see that little screen to Antoine.
Washik back to pass, flush from the pocket, scrambles to the right. Now back to the left, again, scrambling, still with it. And it's knocked down way back at the 26-yard line. They'll spot him at the 25, a loss of 17.
They've been better off just throw it up in the end zone and give his guys a chance. And if it's incomplete, they get it, inside the 10?
Yeah, it would have been, it'd been at the 8.
Instead, it's going to be at the 25.
And the Patriots defense gets a stop here, and their offense back out on the field. The last time they had it, they scored a touchdown. They'll have it at the 25-yard line. The quarterback remains the freshman Boone Johnson. He brings in low in motion, and he's going to run it himself. Johnson to the 30, on his feet to the 35, and now flags come out, and this is going to be a penalty on the Cubs. It's going to be a gain of 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, we'll see what the official call is, but it's probably going to be horse collar or face mask, just by the way it looked. He got swung.
I'll let you keep an eye on it as I jot down some stats here. I think I'm caught up. That'll be tacked on. It's a personal foul. It is horse collar. That's going to be 15-yarder.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, Patriots offense kind of starting to get its groove now. Boone Johnson's kind of got his confidence and feet under him.
Yeah, the pendulum has swung again, this time back to the Patriots. First and 10 East Newton from the Cub 48-yard line after the 15-yard penalty. Low snap, handoff given to Enlow. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and gets down to the 41 for a gain of 7.
And a late flag. Well, we'll see what this one's on. It could be another personal foul against the Cubs.
It was a gain of 7 for Enlow.
Personal foul. Oh my God. Defense.
It's not on the tackle. It was on a hit after, away from the play.
I don't know. It sure looked like it came on the tackle.
It was. I watched it happen, and one of the D linemen cleaned up an offensive lineman completely unneeded.
First down for the Patriots, gives them the ball at the Cub 26. Patriots come out with 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Enlow comes in motion. It'll be the quarterback calling his own number. Up the middle he goes, inside the 20 and down to about the 17. That'll be a gain of about 9 yards.
Rivera brings down Boone.
Right now the Patriots making it look kind of easy.
Yeah, they're moving right down the field. They've got the help of a couple big penalties, though.
Yeah, 30 yards of penalties on this drive. Second down and 1 from the Cubs 17. Johnson out of the shotgun, takes a low snap. He's going to run it himself. Hit as he gets the first down to the 15, a gain of 2.
August Black with the tackle. Cubs defense needs to dig in here and get a stop.
Yes, they do. It's first and 10 from the 15. The clock rolling inside. 15 seconds left. The Patriots are going to go ahead and let it run its course and get us to the end of the third quarter. Again, tonight's third quarter brought to you by Court Cattle Company in Pierce City. Our score after 3, Monett 42, East Newton 20. Back with the final 12 after this timeout. Brought to you in part by the Clark Mental Health Center. At the Clark Center, they proudly serve the Southwest Missouri region with compassionate behavioral health services. With offices in Berry, Lawrence, and Dade counties, they are close to home. 42-20. We expected a lot of points tonight.
Yeah, we did. Fourth quarter, now it's time to finish the game, and you got to finish strong, and then you can go have fun and celebrate your homecoming.
That's
We
right.
got to take care of business first, because you don't want to blow a lead and then have to go out. And that's just not fun.
No, that's not part of the plan at all. First and 10 for the Patriots. From the 15-yard line, Boone Johnson, the quarterback. Will set up in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, an extra tight end for the Patriots. Handoff goes to Enlow. I believe that was Enlow.
It was, and Aiden Rivera was all over him immediately.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss on the play of 3.
I mean, Rivera flew into the backfield.
And see, that's what they need from those guys up front. They need that defensive penetration. A great play there on first down. A stoppage in action here as there's an official's timeout. One of the Patriots, Tristan Noon, hobbles his way to the sideline. We'll keep it right here and kind of reset things. 11:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Monett, who raced out to a 22-0 lead, now leads at 42-20. So I guess since that early lead, it's 20-20.
Yeah, I mean, ever since then, the Patriots kind of steadied it out and stayed with the Cubs.
And the Cubs with 42 points, and I was almost ready to say only 42 points. This is a team that scored 50 or more since
week 2.
Since week 2. Second down, 13. And another whistle and another timeout. We'll take one as well. 11:24 left in this one. Back after this quick timeout. It's located at 808 County Road in Monett. Hydro Extrusions offers the knowledge and competence in finding the best possible solution for your aluminum project each and every time. Reminder timeout sponsored by Shelter Insurance Agent Andy Brandt. Stop by the office to get a quote today. Stand behind Andy's shield of shelter. 2nd and 13 from the 18. Johnson takes the snap, option play. He's going to cut it up himself to the 15 and is gang tackled at about the 13 after a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, and Johnson made a good play there, faked the pitch and then put his foot in the ground and made a cut and picked up a good gain.
He's up to 32 yards on 6 carries. That 5-yard gain sets up 3rd down and 8 from the 13-yard line. Play clock rolls inside 10 seconds here. The Patriots need to get in a hurry here to get this one underway. And looks like another timeout called by East Newton. We'll take one as well. Back with more of the fourth quarter action after this. Part by Prime Cut with great smoked meats, fresh steaks, and much, much more. Stop by 101 East Cleveland in Monett when you need a single meal or if you need full catering.
Well, Benji, the good news is when Cubs have long games like this, all the scores are final when I go to look, and they're already put in when we do the scoreboard later.
And that happens almost every week.
That's about the third quarter. They're about done. I've seen a lot of finals reported already.
3rd down and 8 for the Patriots. Johnson gets the snap, back to pass, winds up and fires, and overshoots his intended receiver. I believe that was Rozier. It brings up 4th and 8.
Yeah, intended for Rozier, and Boone Johnson kind of let that one go, and it looked like a good ball. First just overthrew him just slightly, but that's where you want it. You want where only your guy can get it high and outside.
4th down and 8 upcoming. The Patriots have the Cubs right where they want them on 4th and long.
Yeah, the Cubs' defense has struggled on 4th and long tonight. They got to find a way to get off the field here and get their offense back on without giving up points.
Patriots break huddle. And Johnson will work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, retreats, now fires over the middle, and now a flag comes out, and we're going to have an interference.
Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be.
The pass was incomplete at about the 2, but this is going to be a defensive pass interference. Be marked off from the 13. So it'll be a penalty of 6 yards. And bring up 4th down and 2. So the Cubs still have an opportunity to make a stop here. It's 4th and 2 at the 7. Keep your eye on Enlow here. He lines up as a tailback to the left of Johnson. Johnson will go back to pass under pressure. Makes a man miss. Now throws into the end zone and is intercepted.
That was Deshaun Collins coming up with the interception. He did a good job getting in front of the receiver without committing the penalty.
He intercepted it at about the goal line, maybe the 1. and fell forward to the 5, so the Cubs will start their drive at their own 5-yard line. So the Cubs with a couple of stops deep in their own territory tonight, one right before halftime and one here at the start of the 4th.
Well, now the offense gets to add to their stats if they can go 98 yards down the field, or 95.
First and 10 at the Monett.
Walshik with his heels on the goal line takes the snap, throws to Meeks, right side, out to the 10, still on his feet to about the 13 for a gain of 8.
Ellison with a tackle on Meeks, his first of the game. It's another freshman for the Patriots.
Second down and 2 from the 13. Walshik takes the snap, quick throw left side. This one, Nesselrode. Nesselrode will have a first down as he picks up 4 yards.
Nesselrode taken out of bounds by River Inlow and a few other Patriots.
Another ASI first down.
First down.
From the 17, here's Meeks near side with a catch to the 20 and is spun down at that point after a gain of about 4.
Moore with a tackle. Bring up second down for the Cubs.
Second down and 6 from the 21. Here's a handoff to Umfleet. Lots of running room as he pounds out to the 35, a gain of 14.
Lachlan Letterman adding to his tackle total. Cubs move the chains and get set quick.
Yeah, they're in ultra fast mode now as they hand the ball to Umfleet to the 35, to the 40, out to the 45, a gain of 11 and another first down.
Letterman picking up another tackle.
ASI brings you all Monett Cubs first downs. This time it's Smith running the ball to midfield and still on his feet to the 45, to the 40, and down near the 35.
Pushed out of bounds by Ellison. Can Smith run the ball without a penalty?
I don't think so.
Poor guy, he works hard, and he gets called back.
Is this going to be a hold or a face mask?
Oh.
It's a gain of 16 if the play stands. Personal foul, face mask against the running back. They called that against Smith.
You don't see that every day.
No, that's a stiff arm into the helmet.
Offense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the play.
So they go ahead and give him the yardage. More flags.
Patriots got a timeout off in time beforehand. They had a guy running off the field.
Well, they went ahead and gave him the gain on that play, so I'll go ahead and go there. And then a 15-yard penalty. The Cubs have been penalized 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times here in the second half. And most of them have been major infractions.
Benji, I got good news. Every other score on Ozone that's been reported is a final. So the scoreboard's set.
Yes.
I'll be ready to go. No worries tonight. I
No
don't
worries.
have to hurry.
Even the game that kicked off at 2 o'clock. Why a 2 o'clock kick?
I don't know. I think it was at Buffalo. I don't know if they were expecting anything or.
I have no idea. It's an unusual. You have afternoon games on a Saturday, but very seldom have I heard one on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Well, the Cubs face 1st and 9 from their 47-yard line. Here comes Smith running the ball to midfield and beyond, and pushed out of bounds at the 46. That'll be a gain of 7 yards.
Rozier with the tackle, bringing him out of bounds. Cubs going quick.
2nd and 2. Here's Smith again. He'll have the first down and more. Lots of running room to the 30. Still on his feet to the 27.
Rozier with another tackle, but has to pay the price.
Another first down for the Cubs.
First and 10 for the Cubs.
Smith over 100 yards now with 105. And it'll be Antoine again, this time left side. Still on his feet as he hops away from a would-be tackler and then leans down to the 21 for a gain of 6.
He's still looking for his first score of the night.
Antoine Smith.
He's not been held out of the end zone all year.
Well, they've sure featured him in this drive.
Colin Umfleet will come back in now to give him a spell.
Ethan Bales with the tackle.
Second down and 4 from the 21-yard line. Here's Umfleet running left side. Good hard run as he spins inside the 10 down to the 9, a gain of 12.
Colin Umfleet, a good hard run there, like you said. Coy Matheson finally brings him down. Umfleet did a great job accelerating.
First and goal Cubs from the 9. Now the Cubs will empty the backfield. Washik, slant pass, Young, touchdown Cubs.
Miles Young gets open and gets the touchdown catch. And the Cubs have an opportunity to hit that half 100 point if they can get the 2-point conversion.
4th touchdown pass for Washik. Miles with his first touchdown grab of the night, his second of the season. Washik out of the shotgun, back to pass, throws. 2-point conversion is good as Meeks hauls it in. 7:55 left here in the 4th. Cubs lead at 50-20. That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall Mastery and Randall. With over 80 years of experience, they will handle your legal matters effectively. Call 417-235-8688 for all your legal or title service needs. The Extra Point, sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control. You'll get quality customer service, affordable prices, and pest-free guarantee at Home Shield Pest Control. Tonight's 4th quarter brought to you by Hydro Extrusions. Hydro is a leading aluminum and renewable energy company committed to a sustainable future. For rewarding career opportunities, come join the Hydro family. Well, the Cubs hit 50 again, and they're up by 30.
Well, there's another flag on the play. Can't play without him.
Now I'm trying to think what in the world happened here. Well, they're calling a procedure against the Cubs. The bad news is a penalty on the Cubs. The good news is it only cost them 5 yards.
See what they can do now if they just try to kick it deep or pooch kick.
It's a high end over end kick. Good kick that will go out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
It was looking good. You just never know how that ball bounced.
That was a great kick. And what's bad, without the 5-yard penalty, that would have went into the end zone and been a touchback.
So yeah, good kick by Oscar Hinojosa, but it does go out of bounds, so that will be a penalty.
Well, this game has come to a screeching halt, and a reminder that you're listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett. Penalties have a tendency to really slow down the action.
And passing. Passing and penalties will slow a game. That clock will barely move.
Right now it's stopped with 7:55 left here in the 4th. Cubs up by 30. Quarterback is the freshman, Boone Johnson. Takes the snap, he gives to his tailback, running right, and he is hit and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And yes, folks, there is a flag thrown on this play.
A lot of mustard on the lettuce tonight.
Bales was the ball carrier on that. This is going to be holding against the Patriots.
A lot of
Penalties
things
brought to you by
clean up.
Adrenaline Apparel and Design. Go ahead.
A lot of things for both teams to clean up. Too many penalties.
Absolutely. Are they going to go ahead and mark this off as a 10-yard penalty? Or are they going to decline it? They may decline this. They're declining it.
Is declined.
So they'll take the 3-yard loss. Second down and 13
Second down.
from the 32-yard line. Johnson takes the snap. He hands to Stelback running right. Cubs stretch it out, and another loss on the play of a yard.
Hugh Thang, the ball carrier.
August Black there to make the stop.
And Jose Elias.
Forward progress to the 32, so no gain on the play. Brings up third down and 13. Clock rolls with 7:15 left.
Well, another opportunity for the Cubs defense here. You got to probably think the Patriots would go for it if they get stopped.
Yeah, they have all evening long and have had success on fourth down. Third and 13. Johnson out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. Finds a seam. Good run by the freshman as he needed 13. He picks up 12.
August Black finally brings him down, but that'll make him 1 yard shy of the line to gain.
4th and 1.
Fourth down and 1 as we roll inside 7 minutes left. I hear a bell tolling, but it's not midnight yet, is it?
They're getting close. It will be when I get back to Crawford County tonight.
Yes, it will. 4th and 1 for the Patriots. They will go for it. Johnson with tailbacks on his left and right side. Takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself, and he is knocked down well short of the first down. A big loss on the play of 9 yards.
Henry Reed all over him immediately, flying to the backfield to get the stop. Cubs offense will come on the field.
So the Cubs now will have a short field. And we know that the Cubs are not going to put the foot off the pedal here. Touchdown here would get us into turbo clock. Not that anyone keeps track of anything like that.
Oh, of course, you just pulled that one out.
First and 10 for the Cubs from the 35. Antoine Smith is in at tailback.
They're going to try to get him a score to keep his streak going.
Patriots, 35-yard line.
Washik takes the snap, stretch play, hands off to Smith, running right to the 35, to the 30, cuts it inside a tackler down to the 25. That'll be a gain of about 10 yards.
Letterman and Ellison with the tackle on Smith.
And another first down. Here's Smith up the middle, 25-20, still on his feet to the 15, down to the 13 for a gain of 12.
Gavin Ellison, another tackle.
First and 10, Cubs from the 13. Washik will look to throw now. Slant pass. Meeks into the end zone for the score.
Alex Meeks adds his touchdown total this year, another touchdown catch.
Meeks now over 100 yards of receiving tonight and a touchdown. Cubs go up 56-20. And they will go for 2. Umfleet will be in at tailback. Cubs send 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Washik now fires it left side to Seitz. Seitz into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. The touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Mastery, and Randall. The extra points brought to you by Home Shield Pest Control. The upcoming kickoff, sponsored by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. With 7 locations, they have met a wide variety of your banking needs since 1999. And a reminder that the fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Hydro Extrusions, located at 808 County Road in Monett. Hydro Extrusions offers the knowledge and competence in finding the best possible solution for your aluminum project each and every time. Well, the clock will roll now.
Yeah. Cubs get past that, what they call mercy clock range.
Let's see if we can go 6 minutes here without a flag. High end over end kick that comes down to the 16. Return to the 20, to the 25. And out near the 30, still on his feet. Nice return to the 32. That's Ethan Bales with the return. Patriots will take over at their 33-yard line.
Hey, and there was a kickoff without a flag.
Yes. No procedure, no holding, no pushing it back.
Just a play.
Just a play. And the clock's setting at 5:45.
It'll start after.
After the snap?
Now, the official will wind it in a second, and then it'll go.
You think?
They should, by rule. Well.
Nope, not going to happen.
All right.
Here come the Patriots. A jet sweep running to the near side. No gain on the play.
Joshua Hessman with the tackle.
Ojuku Cisse, the ball carrier.
A loss of 1 on the play.
Aiden Rivera and Joshua Hessman with the tackle.
Second down and 11. Now the clock rolls.
1 yard on the play, second and 11.
Yeah, we can see the Patriots also, I think, start to wind this one down too. They want to get out of here healthy.
Yeah, they've already had a pretty big injury here tonight. Their quarterback, Youngblood, went down here in the second half. Hopefully he'll be able to return to action next week. Here's Johnson, hands off to a tailback, running up the middle for a gain of a yard.
Cooper Thurman with the stop.
That carry by number 6, the old mystery back.
Patriots working in some more freshmen on this series.
3rd and 10.
Third down and 10 upcoming as the clock rolls inside 4.5 minutes left in this one. The Cubs with a comfortable 58-20 lead.
Well, to make homecoming more fun for them.
Yeah, victory always makes homecoming a little better. Here's a handoff up the middle, and the Cubs defense all over the East Newton back.
Perry Azelton all over him immediately when the ball was snapped.
Loss of 4 on the play. And it brings up 4th and 14. I think the Patriots may punt the ball, be the first punt in tonight's game.
Well, find out who the backup punter is. Looks like Thang.
Yes, the place kicker.
He might be the normal punter, and Youngblood just did the fake.
Well, that's true. Line of scrimmage is the 29. Snap back is low, scooped up, and the kick is a high tumbling kick that hits at the 50, takes a Patriot bounce down to the 41-yard line.
Yep, Cubs offense will come on the field now. We'll see if they work in some subs. It looks like they already are. We'll have some new receivers in the game now and backs. And a backup quarterback. Tucker Gates going to be in at quarterback.
Yeah, Gates in. We saw him earlier in the year. Cubs have it 1st and 10 at their 42. Gates out of the shotgun, turns and gives to tailback with running room, and guess what? A couple flags out here. That was a good run by Ugini. Ugini able to get across the 50, but I bet this one comes back.
Yeah, Axel Lopez also in now at receiver, along with Theo Smith.
It's offsetting penalties. There was illegal participation for the Patriots. And then a hold against the Cubs, so we'll try it again on 1st and 10. And why is the clock stopped, fellas? Let's go. There we go. Ready for action here. 1st and 10 from the 42. Gates Hands to Nguyen. This time he has stood up behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 1.
TJ Ellis with the stop for the Patriots.
Dante Unyendi, the ball carrier. T.J. Ellis.
Loss of a couple as they mark him at the 40.
They got Esquina in the game. He's here bottom of the screen.
Eli Esquina at the quarterback position.
Second down and 12 for the Cubs. Here's a pass to Esquina, makes the catch, and he is knocked down at the 40 for no gain, but he did get the reception.
Tackled by Ellison, and yeah, good catch by Esquina. He had to go up and get it.
Yeah, good grab and was knocked down right after the catch. He hung on to it. Third down and 12. Here's a handoff to Nguyen, running left side to the 40 and out to about the 43 to the 44, a gain of 4.
Clock rolls under a minute 20 remaining now.
Cubs face fourth down and 8.
The Cubs can just get a first down. That'll do it.
It's number 15, Tucker Gates at quarterback.
Gates and the offense will stay on the field. He works out of the shotgun. Empty backfield now as Gates gets the snap, looks to throw, fires. Pass is incomplete. A good throw, but the pass dropped at the 45.
Levi Zaslowski. Incomplete.
And that'll bring the Patriots offense back onto the field as the clock will roll now under 30 seconds remaining. And that might just do it.
Patriots are going to elect to allow this clock to run down as we reach the end of the fourth quarter. Again, tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by Hydro Extrusions. Our final score from Burl Fowler, Monett 58. The East Newton Patriots 20. The Cubs 2 games over 500 at 4-2. The Patriots fall to 0-6. We'll slip away here from some of our sponsors, and we will be back with the Angus Branch Steakhouse postgame show after this timeout. Welcome to the Angus Branch Steakhouse postgame show. Whether it's their weekend buffet, everyday lunch buffet, or weekly specials at supper time, Angus Branch takes care of the cooking for you. 58-20 the final in this one. Monett improves to 4-2. East Newton falls to 0-6 on the season. Lots of scoring in this one, especially early for the Cubs. We're going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, who will go over tonight's scoring summary.
Yeah, Cubs got it going early in the first quarter, 10-15 mark. Seitz would have a 31-yard touchdown catch from Washik, making it 8-0. Then the Cubs would recover an onside kick, go down the field, score again. Colin Umfleet this time would score from 6 yards out on a run, making it 16-0. Then the Cubs would score again. Another Colin Umfleet run 3 yards out this time, and they were up 22-0 in the first quarter, and it looked like they were just going to pull away. But then River Inlow would strike for the Patriots with 56 seconds left with a 2-yard touchdown catch, making it 22-8. Inlow would score yet again from 1 yard out on a rush, making it 22-14. Cubs would respond, 3:54 remaining in the first half. Carson Nestor would have a 5-yard touchdown catch, making it 28-14. Also in the second quarter, 3:05 mark, Colin Umfleet would have a 15-yard touchdown run to make the halftime score 36-14. In the third quarter, the Cubs would score first. 9:26 mark, Carson Nestor would have a 5-yard touchdown catch. Also in the third quarter, 5:14 mark, River Inlow would have a 37-yard touchdown catch from Boone Johnson, and that would make the score 42-20. Fourth quarter, Cubs would score 7:55 mark, Miles Young would have a 14-yard touchdown catch, making it 50-20. Then also in the fourth quarter, the last score of the night would be at the 5:56 mark. Alex Meeks would have a big touchdown catch to make your final score of the evening. The Monett Cubs 58 and the East Newton Patriots 20.
Lots of scoring tonight for the Cubs, and the Patriots, after a slow start, rallied a couple of times but did not have enough to catch Monett here tonight. Again, the Cubs improved to 4-2. East Newton falls to 0-6. We'll be back with more of the Angus Branch Steakhouse show, postgame show after this timeout. Cubs broadcast team sponsored by A-List Properties. For all your real estate needs, their team will work hard for you. and your family. Welcome back to the Angus Branch Steakhouse postgame show. Be sure to stop by Angus Branch and try one of their mouth-watering steaks or signature sandwiches. Tonight's postgame scoreboard brought to you by Metaplans Plus. Metaplan Plus offers Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplemental plans, Part D plans, and much, much more. Call 417-678-5555 for more information. And Ryan, I'll turn it over to you as you look at scores from throughout the area.
We'll start with the top team in this area, and that'd be Nixa, and they played Kickapoo tonight, and they defeated Kickapoo 56-7. Marionville would defeat Pierce City 50-13. Carthage, Joplin was a very good game, 7-point contest. The Tigers won it 28-21. As I mentioned earlier, Clever pulled off the win against Buffalo 27-12. They will move to district play. Marshfield at Branson. Pirates win 49-18. Hillcrest at Rogersville. Rogersville would win 35-13. West Plains at Bolivar, we said was a big one for the district. West Plains would roll 35-12. Moving over to the Big 8 now, Mount Vernon at Cassville. It was a good one. It was a fun one. At one point, I believe the Mountaineers came back and were only down by 6, but the Wildcats win at 39-28. Aurora at Mack County. The Mustangs bounced back and won at 21-14. Lamar at Nevada. Final score 27-7. Nevada wins over Lamar. And then Carl Junction at Seneca. The Indians led 18-0 at halftime. The Bulldogs would strike in the second half, but only once. It was 42-7 Indians. They roll over the Bulldogs.
Wow. The strength of the Big 8 shows up again tonight.
Seneca, very good.
Well, in Class 3, all roads lead through Seneca at this point. So.
Yeah, and a team that has just come up barely short the last 2 seasons in the state title game. They got one thing on their mind. And you bet that's all they had in summer workouts and off-season conditioning was getting back to that moment.
Yeah, and then
finishing the job.
That's right. They've been knocking on the door. Now they need to kick it in. So lots of interesting scores again in the Big 8 in the district. Monett has helped themselves with a convincing victory here tonight. But now they look forward to Lamar, and that will be a tough game. Here in minutes, we'll be talking it over with Coach Mock, and our interview tonight with Coach Mock is brought to you by Fourth State Dental Care, with a team of professionals that provides comprehensive and compassionate care. They work together to give you and your family exceptional dentistry in a friendly environment. And just a reminder that Coach is making his way up here as we speak. And we'll talk over tonight's win. We'll talk a little bit about the Lamar Tigers as well.
Well, yeah, it'll be an interesting game next week, and you just have to have that mindset. You don't come in thinking you can beat Lamar. You come in expecting to beat Lamar.
Exactly.
That's the way you have to show up.
That's right. And you don't have to tell Coach that, because he does.
He does expect to beat Lamar.
So, all right, we're going to be joined in the post-game show by Coach Ben Mock as he makes his way to press row. And here he comes. Well, Coach, congratulations on a homecoming victory.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I told our kids. You know, during homecoming, your job is to win the football game. So they went out and did that and executed and did a good job.
Boy, you got off to a fast start tonight.
Yeah, no, I think that's the strategy of a lot of teams we've played over the years, is to kind of control the ball, keep the offense off the field, and they did a good job of that. But we got to get off the field on defense. There's a lot of, you win by 38 points, you know, and you feel like, hey, that was a good game, but we have a lot of room for improvement. I mean, Dave Beckett, who knows every penalty you have, said we had 17 penalties, so I'll take his word for it. And we got to improve and get better on that. We can't have those penalties. We want to force more turnovers, and we got to get off the field in 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah, tonight East Newton had some success on 3rd and 4th down and kept some drives alive. And credit to them, because they did regain some momentum in the second quarter.
Yeah, they kept it close there. I mean, we had a 3-score game, and I kept thinking, man, they score. It's down to 2 scores, and this is a ball game. Could go either way. And I felt like offensively we moved the ball really well, utilized a lot of different guys, and got a lot of guys get the ball in their hands in space and let them make plays, which is what we want to do. But we have, like I said, we have a lot of room for improvement, and we'll get better.
It's something how much you've changed the standards, however. Because I remember 58 to 20s, people would be rejoicing, and the first thing you talk about is we got to get better.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, I say every week is we can only worry about what we can control. You can't control the different components of the game. You can't control the other team, no matter who you play. But I think if our guys really hone in on the fundamentals and doing what their coach should do and just loving each other and encouraging each other, you're not going to play a perfect game, but picking each other up. I think if they can do that, we can continue to get better each week is what we want to do and play our best at the end of the season.
Your team's getting more and more balanced on offense. Almost 200 yards of rushing tonight, almost 400 yards of passing. You ended up with 584 yards of total offense.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard to run the ball all the time, just in my own mind, because I like to throw the ball. But we're gonna take what the defense gives us. If they want to run that, the defense that they were running tonight, we're gonna give the ball to our playmakers in the backfield. Offensive line's done a good job all year in opening holes, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. And but our kids did really good tonight getting the win.
I remember the first conversation you and I had. I asked you, "Are you ever going to run the ball?" And you go, "Yes, if our receivers catch
you
it."
got to catch it first. And so
Yeah.
now I feel like I lied to you, but no, we have some guys. Colin kind of changed the mindset last year, like, hey, this kid can run the ball, and we didn't have much depth there. And Antoine comes in, you put Braden back there, and I feel comfortable with Dante back there as well, the sophomore, and I got another kid that you guys will see next week in the backfield. So we're gonna do what it takes to win the football game, and our kids just have to be unselfish and encourage each other, love each other, and we'll be okay.
You brought this name up, Braden Seitz. He's come out and had 2 huge games in a row.
Yeah, no, he's a special talent. And I'll tell you, he didn't play football last year. I saw him when I first got the job, and I saw him this summer. I was like, hey, we'd really like you to play football. And he was adamant he wasn't going to play. And then he got to basketball, and he was in my weight room class, and he just started getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I kept saying, man, you'd be a good football player. Didn't really push him, and all of a sudden one day he said, really think about playing football. And I got excited because I know how quick he is. But he's a very talented receiver, running back, just like all the other kids we have. You got Colin, you got Alex, you got Miles, you got Carson, you got Antoine and Dante, and we have a lot of guys on the bench that are developing and getting a lot better. So I'm excited the direction of the program and the talent we have.
Big game on the horizon now with Lamar. Lamar all of a sudden is 3-3 on the season.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they get better as the year goes on. But again, it doesn't really matter who we play. We got to worry about what we can do offensively and defensively and get better in our preparation and just doing the fundamentals of football and not making the same mistakes over and over. Our kids did a lot of good things tonight. I'm proud of them, but there's a lot of room for improvement. We got to eliminate those mistakes, and we'll be a better football team.
Well, tonight a big win for you. The kids can enjoy homecoming a little bit more, and it's always a lot easier to coach those kids up the next day after a victory, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we'll come in the morning and do a little bit of conditioning, maybe a little lifting, watch the film, clean up the trash all over the stadium and in the surrounding area, and then get ready for Lamar.
Big crowd tonight, a very festive crowd early on. It's always great to see that support.
Yeah, no, we dedicated the Cub before the game to Jack Fox, and that was good to see him and his wife and his family here, who I believe, Jack Fox, when you think about the Mount Rushmore of Monett football, he's one of those people that his face is up there. So we want to do something special for him. 75 classes back, 77 classes back. It's homecoming. We want to make sure that, we won the game and just trying to further restore that pride and tradition in football here in Monett.
My mom went to school with Jack Fox.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, he looked good. He gave a speech tonight. A lot of pictures, and a lot of people will come and show their appreciation for him. And so anything I can do for Jack Fox, I want to do.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a huge win. Let's go get another one next week up in Barton County.
No, absolutely.
That's Coach Ben Mock. We'll be back after this timeout. Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. Tonight's visit with Coach Mock was sponsored by the team at Four State Dental Care, where they can ensure a beautiful smile at an affordable price. Tonight's players of the game brought to you by Heritage Tractor, your local John Deere dealer with various locations in the area. It's a great time to buy a tractor, so be sure to stop in for great deals and low financing. And Ryan, I'm going to let you talk about the defensive player of the game first.
Defensive player of the game, I think he made it pretty easy for me tonight. I'm going to go Kason Carr. He had a whole bunch of tackles. I don't know the exact number, but he was all over the field, especially in the first half. Also gets an interception in the second half. He really kind of held the defense together in the first half when East Newton started really getting going. So I'm going to go Kason Carr, defensive player of the game.
And on the offensive side, I could pick half a dozen guys.
They share the wealth over there.
They really do. But I'm going to go tonight with Colin Umfleet and Carson Nesselrode. Umfleet got the Cubs off to a really fast start. His first 3 carries ended up in the end zone. He finished with 72 yards rushing and 3 scores. He chipped in a couple of receptions as well. And Nesselrode, coming back from injury, had 8 catches for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he went from 1 touchdown on the season to 3 here tonight. Carson had a big game coming back for the Cubs. Washik had a great night as well. A quick look at the game stats. Monett finishes with 584 yards of offense, 388 in the air, 196 on the ground. They ended up with 30 first downs, each one of those sponsored by ASI. And thank you for that sponsorship. East Newton finishes with 265 yards, 157 in the air, 108 on the ground. The one thing that Coach kept bringing up, though, is the penalties. The Cubs, I had them for 16 and 158 yards, so that is one thing that the Cubs need to clear up heading into the Lamar game. A reminder to catch the Coach Mock Show next Friday evening right here on KKBL. Coach will sit down with Sammy Clapper to discuss tonight's contest as well as preview next week's game with the Lamar Tigers. The Coach Mock Show can be heard right here on KKBL 95.9 FM ahead of our pregame show. So, Ryan, let's talk about next week with Lamar. Lamar's 3-3 now, and they've lost 2 in a row. I think that's going to make it even tougher for the Cubs.
They're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder, Lamar is, because they don't want to lose, but they don't like to lose at home. And you're going to come in there now after back-to-back losses for Lamar. They're going to come out swinging. It's kind of like a wounded animal mode. That's the most dangerous animal. That's going to be Lamar next Friday. If you're going to beat Lamar, you're going to play a really clean and great game. You're going to have to outplay them. They're not going to do it for you.
Huge game. And, it's, you played on the last team that actually beat Lamar. That was a game here. I have to do some research to see the last time the Cubs won on the road at Lamar.
It's been a long time. If you're going to beat Lamar, you have to show up one, and you're not trying to match their physicality. You're trying to be more physical than them. You're trying to take it to them. And like I said, you don't show up trying to win. You show up expecting to win. Yeah,
and the Cubs now 4-2 on the season. Lamar 3-3. Monett's got it going on. Winners of 4 or 5, and could get a big win next week on the road. And then that would really set the stage for a good season.
That would set the stage, and then you have the Berry County Brawl coming up shortly after, and that's going to be a fun one. Cassville's starting to get it going now. You still got Mount Vernon on the schedule. Who else am I missing there?
We have we have Lamar on the road. We have Cassville at home. We have Mount Vernon on the road. That's it. That's was week 6, buddy.
Golly. And then playoffs. But, I mean, you're left with 3 of your old-time Big 8 teams, and you still get Mount Vernon and Cassville, 2 of your bitter rivals that you could call it for Monett, and you're always going to get up for Lamar.
Yeah, and think back to last year's game against Mount Vernon.
Think back to last year's game against Cassville when the Cubs felt like they could have won, then Cassville took it to them, kind of won by a couple scores at the end. That's another one you want to get back. So a lot of games still to flip from last year, but also you got to take care of business now next week and get ready for the Lamar Tigers.
So your final thoughts of tonight's game against the Patriots?
A lot to clean up, but I like being able to clean stuff up after a big 30-point win compared to a loss.
Yes, and the Cubs are in a good spot now as we move along towards week 7. As we come to the end of tonight's broadcast, I would like to thank all of our fine people here at Monett High School for their help and hospitality tonight and all season long. Ryan and I really appreciate it. It's one of the best places to call a game from. A special thanks also goes out to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. We could never do these broadcasts without your support, so be sure to get out and visit these local businesses and let them know how much they are appreciated. And finally, a big thank you to all our listeners out in Cubs Nation. Thanks for being with us each and every Friday night during the football season. Just a reminder that our next football broadcast will be coming your way next Friday evening as the Cubs will take on the Lamar Tigers. Pregame is set to begin at or around 6:20 with kickoff scheduled at 7 p.m. Once again, our final score from the stadium tonight, Monett 58, East Newton 20. For my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, and our producer and engineer, Erwin Perez, this is Benji Finsky saying thanks for following the Cubs and good night from Monett.